Welcome back to Nature Moment. Have you ever imagined a place where elephants swim across rivers like giant phantoms, and lions, the rulers of the savanna, become silent hunters beneath the vast waters? If such a place exists, then Chobe is it. A place where the line between land and water is blurred by some of the fiercest battles for survival on Earth. As the first national park in Botswana, established in 1967, just 1 year after the country gained independence, Chobe is not only a historical symbol, but also the wild heart of Africa. It is home to the world's largest population of wild elephants, with more than 120,000 individuals. Here, every lion's paw print pressed into the parched earth leads you to rivers teeming with danger, where crocodiles lie in silent ambush, and every breath of nature carries the pulse of both hunter and prey. Don't miss out on this incredible journey. Discover Chobe with Nature Moment, where the footage doesn't just capture the scenery. It brings you right into the heart of the wild, where life unfolds every second. And before the adventure begins, please tell us where you're from, so this journey can become more personal, meaningful, and unforgettable than ever before. Under the Chobe sky, the battle for survival is written in dust and water, echoing the vibrant pulse of life amid the majestic wilderness. Amid fields cracked open under the scorching sun, a quiet journey of survival unfolds every day. The patient footsteps of the lion quietly follow the faint trail, while the leopard silently stalks in the dense darkness, where every gentle breeze carries a rare hint of dampness. The spotted hyenas quietly search for whatever remains on the parched ground, driven by relentless hunger and thirst. In the sky, the African fish eagle circles overhead, searching for the fleeting shadows of solitary fish hidden in the slowly drying river. The Goliath pelican stood motionless by the edge of the nearly dried-up marsh, patiently waiting for a miracle to happen. The average temperature in Chobe has risen significantly, accompanied by a 15% decrease in rainfall in just the past decade. This has forced wildlife to migrate farther, facing hunger, thirst, and increasing encounters with humans. In this natural scene, life is as fragile as a thread suspended between the cracks of a pristine paradise that remains untouched. Carrying the wild spirit characteristic of southern Africa, Chobe National Park emerges as a stunning raw gem, preserved over millions of years. Located in northern Botswana, Chobe spans approximately 11,700 square miles and serves as the ecological heart of the Four Corners region where four countries meet. Nearby, the small city of Kasane serves as a gateway to a mysterious wilderness. The name Chobe originates from the Chobe River, which winds gently like a mint-green ribbon through the arid land. The river holds sacred significance in the culture of the local people, serving as a lifeline and a symbol of the enduring strength of the wild natural world. The Subia people do not see Chobe as just an ordinary geographic name. They regard it as a sacred land, a place where heaven and earth meet, where life flourishes under the loving hands of the Creator. In the beginning, Chobe was a hunting valley for the Bushmen, but since 1961, the area has been officially protected, and by 1968, it became a national park, gradually transforming into a vibrant landscape of unique geology and ecosystems. This not only reflects a history of preservation, but also demonstrates the harmonious development between humans and nature over the past several decades. Located in the heart of the ancient Kalahari Basin, Chobe National Park bears the marks of geological changes that took place when the inland sea receded about 65 million years ago. Thick layers of alluvium and sediment were formed, laying the foundation for the unique landscape of Chobe today. This geological process not only created a rich variety of landscapes, but also laid the foundation for one of the most diverse ecosystems, helping to preserve the rare, pristine wilderness that still exists today. Chobe has a semi-arid climate with 2 distinct seasons, creating unique rhythms for the life and development of its plant and animal species. The dry season lasts from May to October, with temperatures ranging from 72 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. This is when nature takes a break after the rainy season. When the rainy season arrives from November to April, heavy downpours flood the land, and temperatures soar to around 86 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. This climate not only promotes the growth of rich vegetation, but also creates favorable conditions for complex food chains, making the Chobe ecosystem more vibrant and diverse. Chobe National Park is renowned for having one of the highest levels of biodiversity in southern Africa. According to data compiled in 2025, this place is home to more than 75 species of mammals, over 450 species of birds, and hundreds of different plant species. This diversity is expected to continue, expanding as conservation programs remain effective. Mopaine forests, shrub grasslands, riparian woodlands, and seasonal marshes have created an ideal habitat, providing abundant food sources and complex ecological relationships that help maintain a sustainable ecological balance. Savanna, located in the northeast of Chobe National Park, stretches along the southern bank of the Chobe River near the town of Kasane, and is a region with its own unique character. The sparse, barren forests and deep sandy soil shaped by native plants create a simple yet vibrant natural landscape here. Not only that, Savanna is also the most dynamic tourism development hub in the national park, offering amenities for safari excursions and boat trips along the Chobe River. This provides a multi-dimensional experience for visitors who want to explore the wilderness in comfort and safety. The natural landscape here, from the pristine riverside forests to the vast open grasslands, creates a vibrant picture of natural beauty and the abundance of the ecosystem. In particular, according to the 2024 Botswana Wildlife Statistics Report, the density of African elephants along the Chobe River reaches 1.2 individuals per square kilometer, the highest figure on the entire continent. This is not only evidence of the sustainable growth of elephants in the region, but also marks Chobe as a precious paradise where these giants can freely survive and thrive in a pristine natural environment. Savanna emerges as a masterpiece of nature crafted by the Creator, an ideal habitat that holds the extraordinary survival journey of majestic African elephants. These gigantic creatures stand out with their massive build and remarkable intelligence, serving as a vivid symbol of strength and vibrant life in the midst of a harsh land. Protecting and studying them not only helps maintain ecological balance, but also connects people with nature, inspiring future generations about the importance of conservation efforts. The natural monument we call the African elephant is truly a giant that reigns over the sparse forests. With an impressive height of up to 10 feet from shoulder to ground and a weight that can reach up to 12,000 pounds. These creatures stand tall like giants amidst the land and sky. Their enormous fan-shaped ears, spanning nearly 6 feet 3 inches, are not only a distinctive, identifying feature, but also serve as a natural cooling system, helping to dissipate heat under the intense African sun. It is a perfect design showcasing a sophisticated blend of form and biological function. The magical trunk, a blend of the nose and upper lip with more than 40,000 muscle bundles, moves with an incredibly smooth and flexible grace. It not only helps elephants breathe and smell, but also allows them to sense the tiniest details, from grasping tiny blades of grass to sucking up as much as 2 gallons of water at once, a skill that few other species can match. The long tusks that grow from their incisors are not only defensive weapons, but also invaluable tools for digging for water, felling trees and stripping bark, essential survival skills honed through harsh, dry seasons. The skin about 1 inch thick, like a wrinkled suit of armor marked by time, not only retains moisture but also protects elephants from external factors and effectively regulates their body temperature. Out of approximately 415,000 individuals remaining across Africa, Botswana is home to the largest population with nearly 130,000, and the Serandala Reserve has become an irreplaceable stronghold, safeguarding the survival of this species. Each herd of elephants is like a close-knit family, led by an experienced female elephant. That strong bond helps them take care of each other, protect their young, share water sources, and even express grief together when they lose a member. The extraordinary brain with its exceptional memory allows them to recall long journeys and ancient paths, leading to hidden water sources deep within Serandala during the harsh, dry season. They communicate using infrasound, which can travel for miles, combined with subtle vibrations on the ground. This helps them stay in contact even when they are far beyond each other's line of sight. From gentle touches with their trunks to their rhythmic footsteps, the herd of elephants shares with one another the invisible stories of nature. When the dry season drags on, the grasslands along the banks of the Chobe River gradually wither under the scorching sunlight, and elephants leave the dense bycaera forests to cross the sandy plains in search of vast meadows and deep, dry. Each day, an elephant needs to consume up to 330 pounds of food, ranging from leaves, grass, and bark to fruit. a wild diet that makes them the great ecological engineers, nature masterful workers who shape and transform landscapes, creating favorable habitats for future generations of animals. The life of an elephant is not just a physical presence. It is also a force that transforms the landscape of an entire vast region. Behind that majestic appearance lies a journey of survival filled with challenges and ingenuity, a whole story of nature written with strength, intelligence, and an unbreakable bond. With a gestation period lasting up to 22 months, and an interval between births ranging from 3 to 6 years, the population growth rate of this species is extremely slow. As a result, in 2024, the International Union for Conservation of Nature classified them as a vulnerable species. Each individual can live from 60 to 70 years, enduring countless cycles of rain, sunshine, and drought across the vast lands of Serendula. A long lifespan not only demonstrates the remarkable endurance of elephants, but also reflects their deep connection to this wild environment through the changing years. This is not only a paradise for elephants, but also a precious sanctuary for the African buffalo, a creature renowned for its muscular build and unwavering strength. With their massive frames, legs as sturdy as steel and broad, powerful heads, wild buffalo stand tall like living fortresses. In particular, adult males are significantly larger than females, bearing impressive horns on their heads that can extend up to 100 centimeters. At the center is a rock-hard horn core, These horns serve not only as a means of defense, but also as weapons to assert dominance during battles for territory and mating rights, reflecting a harsh and challenging way of life. Under the blazing sunlight stretching across the vast grasslands of Serendula, the silhouettes of jet-black herds of buffalo moved slowly, embodying an unyielding and resilient spirit. They are dubbed the Black Death or the Widowmaker, symbols of unpredictable ferocity when caught. However, beneath that tough exterior, the African buffalo actually has a rich and complex social life. Large herds can reach more than 1,000 individuals, organized under the leadership of experienced females, while young or old males often gather in bachelor groups or live in isolation on mudflats alone. Interestingly, even though their bodies can weigh more than 2,000 pounds, buffaloes are still excellent swimmers, easily crossing the deep Chobe River in search of new food sources. Their dependence on water is almost absolute, and their range of movement rarely exceeds 20 kilometers from the watering point, as each buffalo can consume up to 9 gallons of water per day. This makes Serendula an irreplaceable place for their survival. The adaptability in their diet allows wild buffalo to thrive. They not only graze on grass with their broad snouts and strong teeth, but can also eat leaves and young branches when their main food source becomes scarce. The seasonal rains bring Serendula back to life, marking the birth of the calves. After 11 months of pregnancy, the young buffalo instinctively stand up and cling closely to their mothers, beginning their journey of survival under the warm protection of the herd. This is a never-ending cycle of life, where every individual plays a vital role in the complex and challenging web of the wild forest ecosystem. In the wild, the bond between a mother and her daughter is not simply about kinship, but a strong and enduring connection that lasts until the child reaches adulthood. These relationships form a chain of successive generations, enduring through countless harsh seasons of rain and sun. Especially in each herd of wild buffalo, when it is time to move, the females silently vote by standing up and turning their heads in the direction they choose. When the majority of the offspring agree, the entire group will move in that direction all at once, a remarkable example of a subtle, natural form of democracy. When an enemy as fierce as a lion appears, collective strength is the most powerful defensive weapon. The adult buffaloes will bravely charge forward, protecting their herd and the calves from danger. They can even force a lone lion to retreat in humiliating defeat. But in Serendula, lions rarely hunt alone. They rely on their massive physical strength and exceptional teamwork skills to carry out intense hunts, asserting their dominance beneath the sparse canopy. Each pride of lions here controls a vast territory, ranging from 20 to 400 square miles, depending on the abundance of prey and water sources. The muscular males, weighing between 330 and 550 pounds, stand out with their thick manes that range in color from golden, reddish-brown to jet black, a symbol of testosterone levels, age, and overall health, while also attracting mates and intimidating rivals. The deep-set eyes, rounded ears, tufted tail, and retractable claws create a perfect harmony between fierce strength. The lion's distinctive deep roar can be heard up to 5 miles away, serving to mark territory, summon allies, and warn rivals. Their reproductive cycle does not follow a distinct seasonal pattern. After about 110 days of pregnancy, each female lion gives birth to between 1 and 4 cubs, fragile new lives that must face countless dangers such as hunger, disease, predators, and even adult males fighting for dominance within the pride. The amazing thing is that any female lion in the pride can nurse the cubs, a beautiful display of maternal care passed down from one generation to the next. The lifespan of a wild lion typically ranges from 10 to 14 years. Male lions who bear the responsibility of protecting the pride and engaging in territorial battles usually have a shorter lifespan than females. In captivity, the dangers threatening their lives are reduced, but the wild remains the only place that truly demonstrates the harshness, magnificence, and authenticity of the natural life cycle. When natural hazards are eliminated, lions can live beyond 20 years of age, an impressive number compared to many other big cat species. Unlike the solitary nature of other big cats, lions are famous for their strong and close-knit social structure within prides. The lionesses, bound by strong blood ties, are the backbone of hunting campaigns. Notably, at Chobe National Park, researchers have even observed lions hunting young elephants, a behavior that is extremely rare in other ecosystems. The seamless coordination from encirclement to the choice of attack timing turns each hunt into a masterful display of strategy, making nature not just a battle for survival, but also an arena for intelligence and sophistication. Under the brilliant golden sunset of Chobe, the pride of lions silently glided across the lush green grasslands of Sarondla. A gentle breeze carried the scent of damp earth and the cautious breath of prey grazing near the water's edge. With night vision 6 times better than that of humans, lions take advantage of twilight moments to move and hunt. The lioness leads the way, her eyes glowing like 2 burning jewels, her body crouched low to the ground. The members of the pack quickly spread out, forming a tight circle. A faint hiss sounded, a secret signal to launch the attack. In an incredibly tense moment, the pride of lions, like a storm, charged into the panicked herd of prey. A lost and frail young animal instantly becomes a target, collapsing under sharp claws in a matter of seconds. Besides their dramatic hunts, lions spend most of their day resting, averaging up to 20 hours. This habit helps them conserve energy for challenging nighttime pursuits. Can we, humankind, learn anything from a herd of elephants that mourns its dead, or a group of buffalo that votes before every... In the wilds of Sarondla, where life constantly teeters on the edge between survival and death, it is connection, loyalty, and enduring wisdom that have enabled all creatures to continue writing their story of existence. What impresses you the most about the world of Sarondla? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. A detailed moment, or even a fleeting thought, can be a precious piece that helps us see nature more with our hearts than with our eyes. Sarondla loves to hear your voice, because only when people connect with nature through empathy can we truly preserve it for future generations. But the battle doesn't end with taking down the prey. After their victory, the pride of lions must also face other competitors, especially the spotted hyena, a cunning and formidable rival. Although it looks like a dog with its spotted fur, the spotted hyena is actually more closely related to cats, civids, and mongooses. This is the largest member of the hyena family, surpassing both the striped hyena and the brown hyena. Adult individuals at Sarondla typically weigh between 99 and 181 pounds, with females not only being larger than males, but also holding the dominant position in the herd's social hierarchy. With their powerful jaws and a bite force of about 4,500 psi, they can crush bones up to 2 inches thick, extracting every last bit of nutrition from their prey. The hyena's unique digestive system allows it to process even the hardest bones, making it a remarkably efficient survivor in the wild animal kingdom. The lives of lions and hyenas are not just a fierce competition, but also a complex symphony of ecological relationships, where every creature must learn to adapt in order to survive in this challenging wilderness. The spotted hyena is an exceptionally unique predator that makes use of nearly every part of its prey's body, from the skin and hooves to the bones and teeth, leaving behind only the indigestible fur. Their extraordinary endurance allows them to move tirelessly across the vast grasslands of Sarandilla, maintaining a steady speed of 6 miles per hour for many hours and reaching up to 37 miles per hour when necessary. The lives of spotted hyenas are closely tied to their complex clans, which can include as many as 80 individuals, all under the command of a powerful female, the clan's supreme leader. A clan of hyenas forms a unique society where females hold dominant positions, enjoying priority access to food, mates, and the ability to pass down their social rank to the next generation. Meanwhile, when they reach adulthood, the males must leave their natal group to join another group, accepting the lowest position in the new hierarchy. Under the Sarandilla sky, spotted hyenas are unmasked, revealing themselves not just as mere scavengers but also as master hunters, shattering old misconceptions. Updated biological research in 2024 shows that between 50 and 90% of their diet comes from successful hunts. They cooperate in groups using sophisticated tactics, hunting large herbivores such as wildebeest, zebras, and even young buffaloes. Their flexible predatory instincts also allow them to take advantage of food sources such as birds, reptiles, and insects, and they are willing to eat carrion whenever the opportunity arises. In particular, to prepare for times of scarcity, spotted hyenas have developed the behavior of burying leftover food in mud pits, an impressive detail that reflects their remarkable intelligence. The hyena's rich communication system is the clearest evidence of this remarkable intelligence. From high-pitched laughter that signals tension or excitement to more than 11 distinct sounds such as calls, howls, growls, and hisses, they convey emotions and information with remarkable subtlety. Not only are they skilled hunters and territorial defenders, but studies published in 2025 also show that spotted hyenas possess problem-solving abilities on par with many primate species, especially in situations that require cooperation and flexible adaptation. Within the vast ecosystem of Sarandilla, the spotted hyena plays a crucial dual role, hunting to control the population of herbivores and scavenging to maintain environmental cleanliness and it is precisely this versatility and remarkable adaptability that have enabled them to survive and thrive for millions of years of evolution, from the ancient grasslands to the modern landscapes of Africa. They are not just packs of hyenas tirelessly tracking the scent of death to maintain the balance of survival, but also dark silhouettes quietly emerging against the sunset, embodying the relentless strength and resilience of this legendary creature. Drifting lazily across the sky, the large birds all share the same fate, as if nature itself is reminding us of the endless circle of life and death. Among them, the Marabou stork, a bird with thick, dark grey feathers like a mourning cloak, stands tall with a solemn, bowed posture, bearing the haunting nickname. With a height of up to 5 feet and a weight that can reach 20 pounds, the Marabou is one of the largest vultures in the world, rivaling soaring icons like the Andean condor. Their broad, dark grey wings have an average wingspan ranging from 8.5 to 9.5 feet, with some individuals reaching up to 12 feet. These powerful wings effortlessly support their massive bodies as they soar on warm air currents above the Sarondula grasslands. The unmistakable distinguishing feature of the Marabou is its bold head and bare neck, highlighted by a striking pink hue, along with an air sac at its throat that constantly inflates and deflates like the rhythm of life itself. This mysterious ancient pouch can not only inflate and shift into vibrant colors during the breeding season, but it is also believed to serve as a tool for attracting mates, regulating body temperature, and helping to balance the long, heavy beak. Despite its massive build, the Marabou flies gracefully and effortlessly thanks to the hollow bone structure in its legs and toes, a unique evolutionary adaptation that significantly reduces body weight and optimizes it for continuous flight in the air. The featherless head and neck are also a brilliant biological adaptation, minimizing the risk of contamination from blood and bodily fluids when they are busy feeding on animal carcasses. On the land of Sarondula, Marabou storks act as nature's janitors, working day and night to clean up the carcasses of buffalo, zebras, antelopes, and other wild animals, preventing the spread of any dangerous diseases. They often appear at hunting grounds after a pride of lions, patiently waiting for the leftover scraps, a part of the next link in the ecological chain. In addition to being scavengers, Marabou storks are also versatile hunters. They hunt fish, frogs, insects, especially termites, small reptiles, and even young birds such as flamingos or storks. During the dry season, when the Chobe River recedes and exposes water-filled mudflats, Marabou storks gather in large flocks on the ancient tree branches or cliffs along the riverbank, creating a scene that is both majestic and deeply evocative of solitude. Stretching across the sub-Saharan region, from grasslands and swamps to riverbanks and rapidly expanding cities, the Marabou stork embodies nature's extraordinary power of adaptation. In Sarondula, their quiet yet essential presence continues to maintain the delicate balance between life and death, between existence and disappearance. Because when it comes to nature's cleanup crew, no one can replace the Marabou storks, the loyal undertakers of the wild. Have you ever wondered who is the more effective environmental caretaker? The striped hyena or the hooded vulture? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Here in the southwest corner of Chobe National Park, the Savuti Marsh emerges as a jewel within the Zambesian flooded grassland ecosystem. A simple yet mesmerizing landscape, where vast meadows blend seamlessly, with scattered shrubs stretching all the way to the horizon. Every rainy season, this swampy area is once again adorned with the vibrant beauty of new life, a miraculous revival of wild nature. The ecological heart of Savuti is the Savuti Channel, a mysterious waterway with an unpredictable flow that has endured for centuries. Sometimes this waterway overflows and rushes powerfully for years on end, but there are also many times when it dries up completely for decades. This mystery remains an unsolved problem for the scientific community, despite numerous hypotheses being proposed, related to tectonic shifts or changes in groundwater levels. The safari adventure across the Savuti grasslands is not only an opportunity to witness the majestic beauty of nature, but also a vivid experience of the cycle between harsh drought and the poetic moments of revival. In the delicate morning mist drifting lazily over the Savuti Marsh, a familiar silhouette soared high against the deep blue sky, a majestic African fish eagle, the vibrant symbol of this wild land and the undisputed ruler of its skies. The snowy white feathers on the eagle's head, neck and tail stand out strikingly against its chestnut brown body and glossy black wings. The broad wings can span up to 7 feet 10 inches, and the body stands about 2 feet tall, with females typically being larger than males, a rare trait among birds of prey. The majestic image, like a silent yet powerful warrior, has brought new vitality to the vast wilderness. Their resounding call, "We-you-o," has become an inseparable part. People often call it the voice of Africa, a sacred resonance echoing across the land and sky, like the soul of Mother Earth, herself reminding us of the profound connection between creation and those who were created. Every movement of the African fish eagle is the result of millions of years of intricate evolution belonging to the genus HYENAS. It is the perfection of their bodies and hunting skills that has enabled this bird species to maintain its supreme position in the ecosystem, playing a vital role in preserving the natural balance by controlling the populations of fish and other small animals in the Savuti wetlands. The African fish eagle, also known as HYENAS, has undergone a long evolutionary journey, originating from a common ancestor shared with the bald eagle of North America and the white-tailed eagle of Europe. That journey has given them exceptional eyesight, 3 to 3.5 times sharper than that of humans, allowing them to spot tiny, shimmering fish in the flowing water from hundreds of yards away. This is truly a wonder of nature, where every wing beat and every tilt of the head reflects the most brutal yet pure instinct for survival. The Savuti Marsh, with its characteristic seasonal flooding, is an ideal hunting ground for the African fish eagle. When the rainy season arrives and water floods the land, the abundant schools of fish become a plentiful source of food. On the high branches, the eagle stood patiently, its sharp eyes scanning the shimmering silver water. And in an instant, they plunged down to the water's surface with powerful claws equipped with tiny spikes called spicules, a highly effective weapon that grips their slippery prey so tightly that no creature can escape. These aerial warriors can catch fish weighing from 4 to 8 pounds, and sometimes even larger than their own body weight. When their prey is too heavy to lift into the air, they swim back to shore, using their broad wings like paddles to pull the catch beneath the water's surface in a graceful, confident display worthy of professional athletes. This demonstrates not only the strength, but also the remarkable flexibility in the hunting tactics of the African fish eagle. Although fish make up the majority of their diet, African fish eagles still display a diverse palate, reflecting the rich biodiversity of the Savuti marshlands. They are ready to hunt various types of water birds, such as flamingos and wild ducks, as well as small animals like red-faced hawk cuckoos, monkeys, young turtles, and even baby crocodiles. During harsh drought, seasons when water sources run dry, they can even adapt by feeding on carcasses, a testament to their extraordinary ability to survive in the face of severe environmental changes, where life and death intertwine beneath the calm surface of the water. Socially, the African fish eagle is renowned for its lifelong monogamous relationships, as steadfast and quiet as the underground rivers flowing beneath the surface of Savuti. They build enormous nests out of branches used and reinforced over many years, sometimes reaching a diameter of more than 6.5. Nests are usually built in tall trees near water sources, providing favorable conditions for protecting territory and observing prey. Each pair of eagles not only stays together for life, but also works together to protect their nest, a symbol of loyalty and strength in the wild. In the wild, cooperation and sharing food are not just actions, but also beautiful symbols of natural connection. The image of African fish eagles hunting together and then sharing their prey truly reflects a strong connection within the ecosystem. The ecological role of this species is extremely important, as they serve as the silent guardians of freshwater ecosystems. Scientists often monitor the presence and health of ospreys as natural ecological indicators, since these birds tend to avoid polluted waters. As the apex predator in the food chain, the sharp talons of the fish eagle help maintain the balance of fish and waterfowl populations, thereby preserving biodiversity in the Savuti wetlands, a place where the call of the fish eagle continues to echo across the vast wilderness. Moving on to the surrounding scenery, the Angolan giraffes appear like vibrant fortresses amidst the flooded grasslands. They move slowly, like sturdy watchtowers standing in the midst of the vast wilderness. The morning light accentuates the beauty of their fur, with large brown patches edged in irregular, jagged lines, while their faces remain pure. The height of an adult giraffe ranges from 4 to 6 meters, with its neck stretching from 2 to 2.5 meters, rising tall like living pillars that connect the earth to the vast sky. From the moment it is born, a young deer stands nearly 6 feet tall. Its steady stance is protected by long, thick eyelashes that shield its eyes from dust and insects, while its short tail with a delicate tuft of hair helps it maintain balance and move gracefully. In the vibrant landscape of the Savuti marshes, Herds of Angolan giraffes typically gather in social groups ranging from 5 to 20 individuals, with these gatherings shifting flexibly according to the seasons and food availability. They are often divided by gender. Young males gather together and engage in necking contests, a form of combat using neck strength to assert their status and lineage. As they mature, males gradually become more solitary, occasionally joining a few females or companions on their journeys to search for food. Their diet consists mainly of leaves, young shoots, and branches, with a particular preference for acacia species. With a tongue as long as 18 inches and thick, strong lips, giraffes can easily reach past thorny tree canopies without hesitation. On average each day, an adult deer consumes about 75 pounds of plants, helping to transform the landscape and create pathways for many other animal species. The range of movement of the Angolan giraffe in the vast Savuti Marsh is extensive, but not as harsh as in dry areas. Thanks to their flexibility in not being territorially fixed, they can easily move through different habitats without causing conflict. This very integration not only helps maintain ecological balance, but also strengthens the symbiotic relationships among species within this vast ecosystem, like a natural symphony where wild creatures harmoniously blend together. A sustainable ecological balance is essential for maintaining the richness and diversity of wildlife in nature. By the year 2024, the population of Angolan giraffes had made a remarkable recovery, with approximately 20,200 individuals roaming the savannas thanks to active conservation efforts and successful rain. However, this species still faces serious threats from habitat loss caused by agricultural expansion, logging, wildfires, and Therefore, by November 2024, the United States Fish and Wildlife Service proposed listing the Angolan giraffe. This is a powerful wake-up call about the challenges that nature is facing as humans continue to expand and encroach upon the territories of wild species. Beneath the majestic silhouettes of the proud, towering Angolan giraffes, the ground at the Savuti Marsh is also awakening with vibrant life. Herds of small, agile impalas carve graceful, winding paths through. Their sleek, reddish-brown fur stands out against the soft blue-gray background, like the silent yet passionate heartbeats of a dawning day just beginning to break. Each adult has a graceful physique with a shoulder height ranging from 28 to 36 inches and a weight between 88 and 168 pounds, demonstrating the balance and agility necessary to. The highlight of the males is their elegant, crescent-shaped horns, which can reach up to 35 inches in length. These horns curve gently but are extremely sturdy. They're not only tools for competing for mates during the breeding season, but also symbols of strength and martial beauty for the species. Especially a prominent black stripe in the shape of the letter M on its side stands out like a delicate sketch, gifted by nature, becoming a unique mark that helps identify each individual in the herd. The footsteps of the impala are more than just graceful movements across the vast grasslands. When danger lurks, that slender body can explode into spectacular sprints, reaching speeds of up to 50 miles per hour in an instant, leaving predators stunned in amazement. In fact, instead of running straight, impalas often suddenly leap into the air, reaching heights of 10 feet and covering distances of nearly 30 feet in a single jump. The characteristic plunging behavior, when all four legs spring off the ground at the same time, is both a display of vibrant energy and a subtle warning signal sent to others when danger is near. The social life of impalas is complex and tightly knit, forming a fascinating network of multidimensional interactions. Outside of the breeding season, impalas split into two distinct groups: bachelor males and females with their young. But when the mating season lasts from April to June, adult males begin to establish separate territories, gathering groups of females into their own herds with intense competition. The territorial battles unfold dramatically, with powerful clashes of curved horns echoing across the grasslands. Impala communicate with each other through a rich array of sounds, including hisses, growls, and most notably, loud calls, creating a vibrant and emotional symphony amidst the vastness of nature. It is this subtle communication and complex social life that have helped impalas not only survive, but also thrive in the ever-changing wilderness. When watching the impalas dance across the Savuti grasslands, we witness the raw beauty and vibrant vitality of nature. A magnificent masterpiece woven over millions of years of evolution, deserving to be protected and cherished as one of the planet's priceless treasures. In the wild, a warning call rings out like a sharp alarm whenever a predator approaches a herd of impalas. They also maintain a special habit called grooming, showing affection by licking and gently plucking each other's fur. This seemingly simple action not only helps eliminate harmful parasites, but also strengthens the strong bonds among members of the group, creating a powerful and united community for survival. The Impala antelope is a master of agility in its feeding habits. They can both graze on grass like typical antelope species and browse on young leaves like other leaf-eating animals, depending on seasonal conditions and available food sources. This adaptability allows them to maintain a stable existence even during the most severe dry seasons of the Savuti Marsh. However, no matter how adaptable they are, impalas still need a regular water source and rarely travel more than 5 miles from a water point to ensure they do not exhaust their energy and survival resources. When the last rain clouds blanket the sky, marking the return of the rainy season, a time when lush green grass covers the vast plains, the impala herds become more lively than ever. Mother impalas simultaneously give birth to tiny calves, creating a newborn boom amid the lush wilderness. After a pregnancy lasting 6 to 7 months, each female brings healthy offspring into the world, one at a time. Especially in just a few days, the young antelopes were already running with the herd, blending into the vibrant rhythm of life on the grasslands. Previously, the mothers were extremely careful to hide their young in dense bushes to protect them from the watchful eyes of predators. However, even the most discreet shelters cannot escape the sharp surveillance from afar, where a creature is lying relaxed on the ground yet remains alert and tense. The Southeast African cheetah. This creature is like nature's most perfect masterpiece, designed to master the art of speed. Each heartbeat, each stride it takes becomes a race for survival, where quick and agile feet are the only key to unlocking the door to life. The cheetah has a slender body, a lightweight skeleton, and a uniquely flexible spine that acts like an exceptional spring. They can reach an incredible speed of up to 70 miles per hour in short bursts, and can even accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds, much faster than many modern supercars on the racetrack. The semi-retractable claws serve as weapons that help them grip the ground firmly, much like specialized spikes worn by athletes. Meanwhile, their long, muscular tails play a crucial role in steering and maintaining balance during breathtaking chases, allowing them to make sharp turns and pursue their prey with unmatched agility and intensity. The pale yellow fur, adorned with evenly spaced round black spots, allows the cheetah to blend seamlessly into the Savuti grasslands, creating a natural camouflage that helps it avoid detection by its two black stripes running down the slender face, called tear marks, stretch from the corners of the eyes to the mouth. These marks not only help reduce glare, but also enhance vision, allowing the predator to spot even the slightest movement under the harsh sunlight of the savanna. It is this unique combination of incredible speed and sharp observation skills that has made the cheetah the undisputed king of speed in the fiercely competitive wild. Under the blazing sunlight, the cheetah emerges as a perfect symbol of aerodynamics in the wild. A compact head, low rounded ears, and a body weighing between 21 and 72 kilograms all contribute to exceptional agility, allowing their movements to flow smoothly like a gentle stream carried by the wind. Unlike most big cats that are nocturnal, cheetahs choose to hunt during the day, especially in the early morning and late afternoon, to avoid direct encounters with other groups of predators. Thanks to their exceptionally sharp eyesight, they can spot prey from a great distance and then quietly approach step by step, blending into the tall grass before unleashing their powerful attack in a sudden, explosive sprint. When they get close, with their sharp claws and strong front legs, cheetahs use a special claw on their front paws to hook and firmly hold on to their prey, making it impossible for the animal to escape. But the race doesn't end with the hunt. It continues in every moment after the prey is brought down, because there are always other predators lurking, ready to steal the hard-earned prize. Therefore, the leopard must eat quickly, tearing off each piece of steaming meat in the never-ending battle between its survival instincts and the harshness of nature. Silent movement, ultra-fast speed, and remarkable adaptability are the key factors that enable cheetahs to survive and thrive on these vast grasslands. The social behavior of cheetahs is also very unique and shows a clear division. Most leopards live alone, spending the majority of their time roaming in search of suitable hunting territories and caring for their young. On the other hand, male lions often form small groups called coalitions, usually consisting of brothers or unrelated individuals who cooperate to control and defend strategic hunting territories. Their interactions are not loud, but take place through gentle sounds like hissing, birdsong, and the reproductive process follows a natural cycle. After about 90 to 95 days of pregnancy, a female leopard will give birth to between 2 and 5 cubs, which are carefully hidden in dense grass. Their delicate eyes remain tightly shut, and their fragile bodies make them easy targets for predators such as hyenas or lions. The mother must constantly move her young to different locations in hopes of minimizing the risk of being discovered. A life or death game that continues until the children are strong enough to follow her on the challenging hunts ahead. Among them, only about 30% of the cubs are lucky enough to survive the harsh challenges of their early lives. And it is these fortunate individuals who will continue to pass on the cheetah's vibrant vitality to future generations. Cheetah cubs stay with their mother for 18 to 24 months, a precious period during which they learn how to hunt, avoid danger, and most importantly, survive in the harsh environment of As of 2024, the number of adult cheetahs in the wild has declined drastically, with only about 6,517 individuals remaining. Among them, the population of cheetahs in southeastern Africa makes up the majority. The shrinking of their habitat, territorial fragmentation, conflicts with humans, dwindling food sources, and the illegal wildlife trade are like deadly blades pushing this magnificent species to the brink of extinction. Their conservation status has been classified by the International Union for Conservation of Nature as vulnerable, serving as an urgent wake-up call for stronger and more proactive conservation efforts. Do you feel the awe when witnessing each lightning-fast sprint of a cheetah? If those breathtaking sprints make your heart race, go ahead and share your feelings below. Nature is truly alive only when there are people who empathize with it and speak. Don't forget to leave a comment and join nature. Moment in spreading the magical beauty of the wild to even more people. No less graceful and elegant, a large bird that moves fluidly between walking and taking flight is the Cory bustard, the heaviest flying bird in Africa and also the national bird of Botswana. Despite its impressive size, with adult males weighing from 7 to 18 kilograms and standing up to 4 feet tall, the Cory bustard moves with an unusually calm demeanor. Its long, steady strides gently parted the grass, with 3 toes pointing forward and 1 small toe pointing backward, creating a stable stance. Its speckled grayish-brown coat allows it to blend perfectly into the sun-scorched grasslands, making it nearly invisible under the blazing sunlight, while still enabling it to stand tall in the vast expanse of the savanna. This slow rhythm is only interrupted when danger approaches. In those moments, the Cory bustard summons all its strength to take off with a heavy leap, powerfully flapping its wings to lift its bulky body off the ground and soar above the grasslands. But in reality, they only truly fly when they need to escape a threat or travel a short distance, since most of their lives are closely tied to the ground, where they find food, reproduce, and take shelter. Surviving in the harsh environment of Savuti, the key for this bird species lies in its diverse diet. As an opportunistic omnivore, the Cory bustard primarily hunts insects, such as grasshoppers and beetles, while also nibbling on small reptiles, eating grass seeds, enjoying wild fruits, and even readily consuming food from decaying animal carcasses when the large amount of water that this bird species uses is mostly absorbed directly from the moist food they find, which is an extremely clever survival strategy in such an arid environment. With each slow step across the sun-scorched grasslands, the Cory bustard is not only a symbol of perseverance and adaptability, but also a testament to the art of blending into a harsh natural environment. Meanwhile, the cheetah, with its unmatched speed as the fastest animal on Earth, stands as proof of an intense survival instinct and relentless fighting spirit. Two animal species with two distinct ways of life are both profoundly affected by the challenges of survival, while also issuing a stern warning about our responsibility to protect wildlife, a precious treasure of nature that... The bird species I am referring to has an extraordinary ability to adapt to life in extremely arid regions, thanks to its capacity to absorb nutrients without needing to seek out large sources of water. This is precisely the strength that allows them to survive in harsh environments, where scarce water resources pose a major challenge for the social life of the Cory bustard is quite secretive. They usually live alone or gather in small, scattered groups. But when the breeding season arrives, the marshlands become lively with displays showcasing the brilliance and strength of the male birds. During the breeding season, the male birds perform a graceful and mesmerizing dance. They puff out their necks, twist the bright white feathers on their chests, fan their tails high, and move slowly while letting out deep, resonant calls that echo across the prairie like a haunting melody stretching through the stillness of nature. In some areas, the males gather in display grounds known as leks, where they compete with one another in dazzling plumage and strength to attract solitary females passing by. When the courtship ends, the female bird will choose a nesting spot right on the ground, just a simple little hollow in the lush green grass, and gently incubate 1 to 2 eggs for about 23 to 30 days. Newly hatched chicks are completely defenseless and can easily fall prey to predators such as jackals, African wildcats, or even monitor lizards wandering through the swamps. This is a fragile stage, and it is both the greatest challenge in the lives of these tiny beings and the time when a mother's devotion, combined with the luck granted by nature, will determine their fate. Not only is it renowned as the home of the heaviest flying bird in Africa, Chobe National Park is also the habitat of the world's largest bird, the ostrich Truthiocamelus. With a height of up to 9 feet and a weight of about 330 pounds, the ostrich towers above all other birds in size. Long, strong legs not only help them move quickly, but also serve as an effective means of defense. Each foot has only 2 toes, with the big toe being larger and equipped with a sharp claw. This allows the ostrich to sprint at speeds of up to 43 miles per hour in short bursts and maintain a speed of 31 miles per hour over long distances. Surprisingly, the ostrich is the fastest 2-legged animal, with a long, graceful neck about 3 feet long, and the largest eyes of any land animal, measuring up to 2 inches in diameter. With such large eyes, ostriches can observe and detect potential dangers from very far away, allowing them to always be proactive in avoiding predators. Although they cannot fly due to their flat, rounded breastbone and underdeveloped muscles needed for wing movement, their soft feathers still play an important role in regulating body temperature, helping ostriches adapt to the hot climate of their habitat. It is the combination of exceptional speed, refined hunting skills, and mesmerizing displays during the breeding season that has created an irresistibly captivating element within the wild ecosystem here. This not only enriches nature, but also helps us better understand the fascinating adaptations of animals in the fierce competition for survival. In addition to the distinctive calls that create social bonds among African ostriches, their diet is also highly diverse and adaptable. They mainly eat plants such as grass, seeds, fruits, and flowers, but sometimes they do not hesitate to catch insects or small animals when given the opportunity. Their ability to survive for extended periods without directly drinking water is a biological marvel. They absorb moisture from their food and regulate the water content in their bodies in an astonishing way. To aid the digestive process, their stomachs contain numerous small stones that act like a grinder, breaking down food and allowing them to absorb nutrients in the most efficient way possible. As the breeding season begins, the social behavior of the ostrich becomes exceptionally unique. A group usually consists of one dominant male and several females. To attract a mate, the male puts on powerful displays of dance, such as vigorously flapping his wings, bowing deeply, and confidently shaking his tail. They also produce a variety of sounds, including loud, thunderous calls during mating season that remind one of the distant roar of a lion. The females often lay their eggs together in a shallow nest in the ground, which can contain up to 60 eggs. However, only about 20 eggs will successfully hatch. The responsibility of incubating the eggs is usually taken on by the male at night, while the females take turns doing this throughout the day. The ostrich egg is the largest in the bird world, weighing about 3 pounds and measuring approximately 6 inches long. A marvel. When they hatch, the chicks are already able to walk and receive devoted care from both parents. They often gather in large flocks to increase their chances of survival in the harsh wild. If you could choose a superpower from the wild animals of Savuti, the razor-sharp vision of the African fish eagle, the unmatched running speed of the cheetah, or the perfect camouflage ability of the Cory bustard, leave a comment below and let's see if your opinion gets a lot of support from others. Moving northwest within Chobe National Park, the Lenanti wetland bordering Namibia stands out as a lush natural area, vibrant with stretches of reeds, water palms, and lowland forests along the rivers. The network of marshes, canals, and wetlands along the Lenanti River not only maintains the necessary humidity, but also creates an ideal habitat for numerous species of wildlife to thrive throughout the year. According to a 2024 survey by BirdLife International and Research on Wetlands in Botswana, Lenanti has been recognized as an important bird area with more than 450 resident and migratory bird species, including many rare and endangered species. This truly is one of the best destinations for anyone who loves nature and is passionate about observing fascinating bird species. As a delicate mist drifts gently over the Lenanti Marsh, where the air is filled with a symphony of sounds and flashes of light, shimmer across the water's surface, a silent figure emerges. With an average length of up to 16 feet and sometimes exceeding 20 feet, the Nile crocodile is recognized as the largest freshwater reptile in Africa. Their skin is not only thick, but also reinforced with small bony plates, called osteoderms, forming a nearly impenetrable biological. This protects crocodiles from potential threats in the harsh wilderness. Not only does it have a tough armor, but the Nile crocodile also boasts an incredibly powerful jaw with between 64 and 68 sharp, conical teeth that are continuously replaced throughout its lifetime. These teeth are not for chewing, but are mainly used to grip and crush prey. In particular, a crocodile's eyes are equipped with a transparent nictitating membrane called the third eyelid, which allows them to see clearly underwater without. Their long, muscular tails not only help them move nimbly in the water, but also serve as powerful weapons against rivals or enemies. The hunting method of the Nile crocodile is truly patient and meticulous. They hide beneath the mud or just below the water's surface, quietly waiting for the right moment to strike their target. From fish birds, reptiles and amphibians to antelopes and even lions. When they catch their prey, they use the death roll technique, spinning powerfully underwater to disorient and tear the prey into smaller, more easily digestible pieces. The life cycle of the Nile crocodile is also full of fascinating wonders. During the breeding season, female crocodiles lay between 25 and 80 eggs in nests made of sand or piles of decaying vegetation. The temperature inside the nest determines the gender of the baby crocodiles, and after 80 to 90 days of incubation using natural heat, they begin to make sharp cries to signal their mother that it's time to dig up the nest and take them to the water. The mother then continues to protect her young for the first few months of their life. The average lifespan of a Nile crocodile in the wild ranges from 50 to 70 years, and some individuals in captivity can even live for more than 100 years. With an evolutionary history spanning millions of years, the Nile crocodile is considered a living fossil. The ability to regulate the amount of salt through glands on their tongues allows them to tolerate brackish water environments for short periods, even though they still prefer to live in fresh water. As a top predator in the food chain, the Nile crocodile plays a crucial role in balancing the wetland ecosystem by controlling prey populations and maintaining diversity and stability in this challenging wilderness environment. It is precisely these unique biological traits and behaviors that have made the Nile crocodile a vivid symbol of strength and remarkable adaptability in the wild natural world. In many African cultures, the hippopotamus is not only revered but also inspires profound fear because of its immense strength. In those wild waters, the Nile crocodile stands as a silent gatekeeper, a living testament that nature still operates according to the ancient laws set in primordial times. The marshlands, where Nile crocodiles and hippos share the same waters, are filled with a tense and quiet atmosphere, as each side remains wary of the formidable strength of the other. Coexisting in this environment, they reflect the delicate balance of nature between life and the hippopotamus, ranking third among the largest semi-aquatic land animals after the elephant and the white rhinoceros, stands out for its astonishingly massive size. Adult males weigh between 3,300 and 7,000 pounds, while females are smaller, ranging from 1,430 to 5,170 pounds. The name hippopotamus originates from ancient Greek, reflecting this animal's close connection to aquatic environments. This is not only a cultural symbol, but also demonstrates the hippopotamus's remarkable adaptation to a life spent mostly in the water. Their skin is thick and almost hairless, yet extremely sensitive, requiring constant moisturizing to prevent cracking. This makes it a crucial factor in helping them survive in harsh environments. Hippos secrete a thick, reddish fluid, often referred to as blood sweat, which acts as a natural sunscreen. At the same time, it has antibacterial properties that protect their skin from bacteria and other harmful agents. The hippopotamus's unique anatomical features are also evident in the position of its eyes, ears, and nostrils, which are located high on its head. This allows the animal to see, hear, and breathe while most of its body remains submerged, helping it avoid predators and escape the intense heat on land. A powerful jaw with canine teeth as long as 20 inches, and a bite force estimated by experts to reach up to 1,828 pounds of force. The strongest among all land animals is the formidable weapon that helps hippos protect themselves. This is also the reason why hippos frequently face the risk of conflict with humans and poaching, as the value of their canine teeth, similar to ivory, makes them a prized target for smugglers. Although hippos usually spend most of their time in the water, they actually cannot swim. Instead, They usually walk or hop along the river, aided by their dense skeletons, which reduce buoyancy and allow them to move easily under deep. Young hippos have better natural buoyancy, which makes it easier for them to explore their surroundings. They live in groups called herds or bloats, which can have up to 30 individuals, each led by a dominant male. This male controls a stretch of river or a lake and is ready to charge into fierce battles to defend his territory. The confrontations between males can sometimes become so brutal that they threaten lives, demonstrating the fierce competition among the top rulers of these waters. During the day, to avoid the intense heat of the sun and maintain a stable body temperature, hippos immerse themselves in water, only coming ashore at dusk to forage for food. Their primary diet consists of grass and various aquatic plants, with a food intake of about 88 pounds each night, which helps maintain energy for their massive bodies. Although they appear heavy and sluggish, hippos are actually capable of running surprisingly fast on land, reaching speeds of up to 18 miles per hour over short distances, which helps them escape danger effectively. The hippopotamus's complex personality, from its gentle giant nature to its fierce strength in protecting its kind, is exactly what makes this animal an endlessly fascinating subject of research and discovery in the world of wildlife. Although they appear heavy and sluggish, hippos can sprint at speeds of up to 19 miles per hour over short distances, an astonishing pace that allows them to quickly escape danger in the wild. Their roars, screeches, and other unique sounds can travel hundreds of yards, both above and below the water's surface, serving as a special language for communication and maintaining cohesion within the group. It's truly amazing. Hippos have an average lifespan of 40 to 50 years in the wild, and they can live even longer when cared for in captivity. One little known fact is that hippos have a unique evolutionary connection with whales and dolphins. This has been confirmed by genetic evidence and anatomical structures, offering a profound perspective on animal development throughout evolution. When it comes to reproduction, female hippos usually give birth right in the water, a remarkable phenomenon that demonstrates their sophisticated adaptation to an aquatic environment. Baby hippos can nurse underwater without any difficulty, thanks to their ability to seal their nostrils and ears, which prevents water from getting in. For mother hippos, protecting their calves is always the top priority, and they are willing to face any threat to keep their young safe. However, hippos are currently classified as a threatened species, according to the assessment by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, which means urgent conservation efforts are needed to ensure their long-term survival in the In the world of wild animals, another species that also stands out for its herd lifestyle, similar to that of hippos, is the African wild dog, a symbol of unity and remarkable cooperation. A pack of African wild dogs usually consists of nearly 30 members, led by a dominant pair, a male and a female. and only this pair is allowed to breed, ensuring a strict social. What sets African wild dogs apart is their remarkable altruism among animals. The entire pack works together to care for the pups and support injured or sick members, a clear testament to the power of unity. Their communication sounds are highly diverse, ranging from high-pitched screeches and howls to calls and growls. These sounds can travel far across vast open fields and dense forests, helping to maintain coordination and unity within the pack. The hunting strategy of the African wild dog is considered one of the most successful methods in the animal kingdom. With their large, round, highly sensitive ears, they can detect sounds from a great distance, increasing their ability to hunt in challenging environments. They move at speeds of up to 60 miles per hour, working together seamlessly and relentlessly pursuing their prey until it is exhausted, demonstrating the remarkable endurance and agility of top predators. The African wild dog has a slender, muscular body and uniquely shaped paws, with 4 toes on each front foot instead of 5 like other dog species, which optimizes its endurance running ability. Thanks to their seamless coordination and exceptional endurance, they achieve a hunting success rate many times higher than that of solitary predators. Their favorite food mainly consists of medium and small-sized antelopes, but sometimes they do not hesitate to hunt larger prey or even smaller animals to maintain a diverse food supply. The jaws of wild dogs are quite strong, equipped with sharp teeth that allow them to tear flesh quickly. Although they are not powerful enough to crush bones, this does not diminish their effectiveness in consuming their prey. After each successful hunt, the adult members of the pride come together to share and enjoy the meal, a testament to the unmatched bond and teamwork found in the wild. The African wild dog has a truly unique way of caring for its young. They regurgitate food. That is, they bring up partially digested food to feed their pups. During the breeding season, the lead female is responsible for giving birth to a litter of between 2 and 20 puppies in abandoned animal dens, such as those of aardvarks or in other natural shelters. Although they receive attentive care, the mortality rate among puppies remains very high due to natural dangers such as predators, disease, and starvation. This demonstrates the harshness and challenges of the wild that this breed of dog must endure. The average lifespan of African wild dogs in the wild ranges from 10 to 13 years, but their fate is under serious threat. According to the latest update in 2024 from the International Union for Conservation of Nature (IUCN), the African wild dog has been classified as an endangered species. Their small, scattered populations are highly vulnerable to dangerous infectious diseases such as rabies and canine distemper, as well as frequent conflicts with humans when they attack livestock. This has led to a series of urgent conservation campaigns, including the creation of ecological corridors that allow them to move safely, disease control programs, and community education initiatives aimed at reducing conflict. All these efforts not only save a single animal species, but also help maintain ecological balance within an already fragile ecosystem. Do you see anything you can learn from African wild dogs, the silent warriors who live for the good of the whole pack? If you sense a special bond in their behavior, comment number 1. Or share something personal that you think is appropriate. Your comments will help Nature Moment better understand what touches the hearts of our audience, so we can continue bringing you even more profound and inspiring moments of nature. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you love stories, every interaction from you is a driving force for our journey of storytelling for nature. Amidst the transformation of the Linanti floodplain into a wetland, the grey-crowned cranes appear like dancers draped in shimmering silver robes, moving gracefully through the early morning mist. With its brilliant golden crest made of sturdy feathers, this crane captivates everyone's attention at first sight. Their faces are distinctive, with patches of red skin on their throats and white cheeks, creating a striking contrast with the tuft of black hair on top of their heads, a look reminiscent of ancient mythological statues. The grey-crowned crane stands about 3 feet tall, with a wingspan of up to 6.5 feet. Its long jet-black legs are perfectly suited for wading through the mud in vast wetlands. Unlike other crane species, this one has an exceptionally long hind toe that allows it to perch easily on tree branches. A unique adaptation that lets it use higher vantage points to avoid predators and observe its surroundings. As an agile bird of prey, the grey-crowned crane spends most of its time searching for food, with a varied diet that includes insects, amphibians, small snakes, rodents, grass seeds, and grains. This diverse diet allows the crane to easily adapt to a wide range of habitats. With their loyal nature, grey-crowned cranes primarily reside in their breeding areas year-round and only move within a small range to find water sources when they usually live in pairs or small family groups, and during the non-breeding season, these groups gather into larger flocks. One of the most magical moments in the life of the grey-crowned crane is its courtship dance, a breathtaking display featuring rhythmic steps, graceful wing beats, elegant strides, and resonant calls that together create a symphony of love beneath the vast sky. The fusion of sound and movement stirs deep emotions in the audience, as if they are witnessing the vibrant vitality and unwavering faith in the grey-crowned crane, with its graceful and dignified dance steps, is not only a display of artistry, but also a sacred ritual that strengthens the enduring bond between the male and female birds. Their resounding calls echo across the prairie like a natural symphony, serving both as a mating call and a powerful declaration of dominance over the vast territory. But tragically, that proud beauty is gradually fading away and slipping into oblivion. According to the latest update from the UCN in 2024, the grey-crowned crane has officially been classified as a highly endangered species. The leading threats include habitat loss caused by the conversion of swamps into farmland, illegal trafficking for the pet trade, collisions with high-voltage power lines. In the cultures of many regions in Africa, the grey-crowned crane is not just a bird but also a symbol of good luck and prosperity, reflecting the sacred relationship between humans and nature. Across the vast Linanti marshlands, their silent wings soared into the sky like feathered prayers sent to the Creator, wishing for that beauty to endure forever. As the image of the grey-crowned crane gradually fades, the natural landscape here is once again adorned by the appearance of the African white-necked crane, another symbol of grace and elegance. Nature has bestowed upon this bird a glossy black plumage and a neck as white as a soft ribbon. Standing proudly in the wild, they reach a height of between 75 and 92 centimeters. Especially, the deep wine-red eyes combined with the signature black skull cap create a captivating and vivid image, like a work of art set against a wild and untamed backdrop. Widely distributed across tropical regions, the white-necked stork not only inhabits swamps, fields, irrigation canals, reservoir and mangrove forests, but also adapts flexibly to suburban environments, where it nests in unusual trees and readily accepts food from humans. During moments of solitary wandering, soaring alongside a mate, or sometimes in small groups, they often take advantage of warm air currents to glide gracefully across the sky. This results in spectacular acrobatics and loops, accompanied by the echoing sound of their wings beating over the still water. The long, sharp beak, as pointed as a spear, not only helps them hunt effectively but also serves as a tool to emit a piercing warning screech whenever they feel threatened. The white-necked crane has a diverse diet, mainly consisting of fish, frogs, snakes, lizards, large insects, as well as shrimp, crabs, and shellfish. It skillfully takes advantage of grass fire seasons and the times when ants begin to multiply rapidly to improve its hunting efficiency. This remarkable adaptability makes them an indispensable part of the food chain and the balance of the wetland ecosystem, demonstrating their incredible vitality despite facing numerous challenges from both nature and humans. In the enchanting moments of mating season, the clattering call of the white-necked crane rings out like a song celebrating life as its head gently tilts back, amid the arid forest and the natural lakes slowly vanishing. Under the scorching sun, the silhouette of the African leopard emerges, its proud figure adorned with pale golden fur that glimmers with a hint of honey-like. The intricate interweaving of black and gold markings transforms this animal into a true phantom of the wild, appearing unexpectedly and vanishing just as easily from the eyes of anyone walking through the forest. With a muscular, powerful body and sharp, retractable claws, the leopard is an exceptional master of climbing. It can not only drag prey weighing twice its own body weight up into high branches, but it is also an exceptional jumper, easily leaping as far as 20 feet and jumping as high as 10 feet. In particular, the leopard's night vision is 6 times more sensitive than that of humans, making it the perfect predator in the silent darkness of the African forest, where only the gentle rustling of dry leaves gives away its presence. The leopard glided smoothly over the layer of dry leaves beneath its feet, each movement as fluid as a ghostly dance, silencing even the faintest sound. Its brilliant golden eyes darted through the night in search of a target. Every muscle beneath its sleek skin tensed like a coiled spring, ready to unleash a lightning-fast leap. A gentle flick of the tail, and in just an instant, as if frozen in time. Sharp teeth with a bite force of up to 1,254 newtons are strong enough to pierce a skull or crush a prey's spine. The sound echoed softly as the prey collapsed like a dry leaf falling from a branch. The leopard wasted no time, immediately sinking its teeth into the prey's neck and, with extraordinary strength, each claw is firmly anchored into the tree bark, carrying its meal high up to avoid competition from scavengers. The remarkable independence of leopards is also clearly demonstrated by the way they establish their own distinct territories. They mark their territory by spraying urine, scratching tree bark, and leaving distinctive signs on ancient tree trunks, a vivid warning to any unwelcome intruders. The territory of a leopard can range from a few miles to hundreds of miles, depending on the availability of food and living conditions. Interestingly, at the Norza Reserve, their breeding season takes place all year round. After a pregnancy lasting about 90 to 105 days, tiny baby leopards are born in rocky dens or dense bushes, their eyes still tightly shut, completely dependent on their mother's attentive care during the first few months. It is during this period that essential survival skills are carefully taught, helping the young wild ones carry on the enduring tradition of survival in the harsh wilderness. Through every movement and the hidden stories etched on each face, the African leopard is not only a symbol of courage, but also evokes a symphony of the vibrant and tumultuous life of the wild, captivating and inspiring deep admiration in anyone who loves nature. During their journey of learning to hunt and survive, which lasts from 1.5 to 2 years, the remarkable agility of the African leopard has helped it establish its dominance throughout sub-Saharan Africa. From dense tropical forests to vast grasslands, and even arid deserts. Alongside those silent predators, the resilient image of the white rhinoceros also adds a rare and indispensable touch to the survival landscape of the Nyata. Behind the muscular appearance lies a touching story of survival that few people know about. The white rhinoceros, the largest of the 5 remaining rhinoceros species, is second only to the elephant in size among land mammals. An adult male can weigh between 4,000 and 5,500 pounds, while the female is slightly lighter, ranging from 3,500 to 4,000 pounds. According to the 2025 update report on rhino conservation, the white rhinoceros is divided into 2 subspecies, the southern white rhinoceros and the northern white rhinoceros. Sadly, the northern subspecies is on the brink of extinction, with only 2 infertile females remaining. Their characteristically square-shaped lips are actually the origin of their common name. In African languages, the word wided means wide, but it was mistakenly translated into English as white. This wide mouth is the perfect tool that allows the white rhinoceros to easily graze on the low grass that stretches across the plains. The thick grey skin not only protects them from insects, but also shields them from the intense African sun. However, to cool down and care for their skin, white rhinos often roll in mud. Although they weigh several tons, they can still accelerate at an incredible speed, reaching 40 to 50 miles per hour over short distances. Due to their limited eyesight, white rhinos compensate with exceptionally sharp hearing and sense of smell, which help them detect threats and navigate the vast expanse of the grasslands. Unlike their relatives, the black rhinoceros, which are known for being solitary and aggressive, white rhinoceroses are generally more gentle and live in small groups called crashes, mainly consisting of females and their young. Meanwhile, adult males usually live alone and mark their territory with feces and urine. The reproductive cycle of the white rhinoceros is quite unique, with a gestation period lasting up to 16 months. Each time, only one offspring is born, and the young will stay with its mother for 2 to 3 years to learn how to survive in this harsh land. The slow reproductive rate, combined with the threat of poaching for their horns, makes white rhinos extremely vulnerable and in urgent need of protection to ensure the survival of their species. Behind that majestic appearance lies a long journey of facing survival challenges that each white rhinoceros must overcome, making their story not just a struggle for survival, but also a symbol of resilience and hope in the vast world. At the end of the 19th century, the southern white rhinoceros was on the brink of extinction, with its population dropping to fewer than 100 individuals. However, thanks to persistent and dedicated conservation efforts, this species has made a miraculous comeback, becoming a vibrant symbol of resilience and the wonders of nature. However, according to the 2025 Rhino Conservation Update, poaching for horns, which are considered a valuable medicine and a status symbol in some cultures, remains the most serious threat. The survival journey of the white rhinoceros is not only a story of strength, but also a vivid testament to the magical transformation of nature when humans know how to cherish and protect it. In contrast, amid the tranquil rhythm of the Nagatsa grasslands, common elands, the largest antelopes in the world, quietly move across the vast. Under the brilliant golden sunlight of the African continent, their strong bodies, males can reach up to 5.5 feet tall and weigh nearly 2,000 pounds, leave enduring footprints stretching across the arid land. This image not only captures the grandeur of nature, but also conveys the fierce wild spirit that is present in every step of this animal. A standout feature that cannot be overlooked is their powerful, easily recognizable spiral horns, reaching up to 26 inches long in females and 29 inches in males. Elegant twists that seem to sketch the In addition, the skin pouches under the male's neck, which grow larger with age, play an important role in regulating body temperature under the intense African sun. Despite its massive build, the eland antelope is a master of spectacular jumps, able to leap as high as 10 feet from a standing position. This allows it to easily clear natural barriers and escape predators lurking beneath the forest canopy. In contrast to their massive appearance, their steps are gentle and quiet, only occasionally accompanied by a soft clicking sound from the knees, a phenomenon that scientists believe is related to the tendons sliding over the bones with each steady stride. Unlike the tightly bonded herds of antelopes, eland herds have a looser social structure, ranging from a few individuals to several hundred, depending on the season and the availability of food. They constantly migrate across the sparse grasslands of the Nagatsa region, creating a map of survival through their long journeys in search of fresh, green. The eland's extraordinary ability to withstand thirst allows it to survive even the harshest periods by absorbing moisture from plants and regulating its body temperature to minimize water loss through sweating. Their menu is diverse, including fresh grass, young leaves, shrubs, and even ripe fruits, all skillfully consumed, allowing these antelopes to adapt perfectly to their harsh habitat. This not only demonstrates intelligence in survival, but also serves as a reminder of a vibrant and dynamic natural world, where every creature, despite facing many challenges, persists and thrives. Amid the constant changes of the seasons and their habitat, zebras have established themselves as a symbol of remarkable adaptability. That remarkable adaptability not only enables them to survive, but also allows them to spread across the vast, endless grasslands, the thorny mopaine forests, and the limestone hills of the harsh highland regions. Each step of the zebra blends with the powerful rhythm of nature, creating a vibrant cycle of life. After nearly 9 months of pregnancy, a female zebra will give birth to a single foal. A fragile little creature that, from its very first breath, must learn to hide among the wild underbrush. There, beneath the tall grass and in the shade of the prairie, the mother hides her child from the cold gaze of the leopard and lurking predators. The first weeks of life are a matter of life and death, a harsh gamble between a mother's instinct and the unforgiving forces of nature. With an average lifespan of 15 to 20 years. Each zebra carries within itself a quiet epic, woven by its footsteps on dusty ground, by memories of wild winds and sun-scorched skies, where the free spirit of this proud animal has been forged. Amidst the faded golden hues of Nagatsa, where the color of the earth blends with the blazing sunlight, black and white stripes suddenly appear, breathing life into the rhythm of the grassland. Those are Burchell zebras, majestic creatures with sturdy bodies covered in interwoven black and white stripes, accented by faint brownish streaks along their sides. To the human eye, their dazzling coats might seem to make them stand out easily, but under the shimmering light of the grasslands, those bold stripes actually blur their outlines, making it difficult for predators to tell them apart, especially when the whole herd moves in unison. The latest research from the 2025 Zebra Ecology Project has revealed the remarkable secret of their striped coats. They also help minimize the impact of harmful insects such as tubesets, flies, and horseflies. With a shoulder height ranging from 3.5 to 4.5 feet and a weight between 500 and 700 pounds, the Burchell zebra belongs to the medium-sized group of zebras and is highly adapted to open grassland habitats. On its sturdy neck stands an upright mane with alternating black and white stripes that seamlessly continue the pattern on its body, creating a mysterious and unified appearance. Large, round ears twitch constantly, picking up every signal from the ever-changing land, serving as a sharp auditory tool that helps them quickly detect any nearby threats. The Burchell zebra maintains an incredibly tight-knit social system. They live in small family groups called herds, consisting of one dominant stallion, several maras, and their young foals. Male horses that have not yet had the opportunity to breed often form bachelor groups, temporarily banding together in an alliance as they wait for their chance to claim a position of their own. The picture of the wildlife of zebras is not just a story of survival, but also a vivid testament to the power of unity and survival skills in the harshness of nature. Through each season and every generation, the black and white stripes have remained an enduring symbol, telling the epic yet silent story of that When the dry season arrives, the grasslands gradually wither, water becomes scarce, and groups of Burchell zebra families must come together to form large herds, gathering around the few remaining water holes. Even more astonishing, their bonds extend beyond their own species, integrating with herds of antelope, Impala, and even baboons to form a mixed community that enhances their ability to warn each other of predators. In those vivid moments, every head rising above the grass and every deep breath was perfectly in sync with the movements of other species, as if the entire African savanna shared a single, powerful heartbeat of survival. Burchell zebras are highly dependent on water and rarely travel more than 7.5 miles from their main water source. To survive the harsh, dry season in the Gata region, they use their thick, sensitive lips and sharp teeth to pick up every remaining patch of short grass from the cracked. When food becomes scarce, they do not hesitate to dig deep into the ground to find tubers and roots hidden beneath the hard soil, and occasionally even supplement their meals with leaves. This is evidence of the zebra's remarkable ability to adapt to the harsh conditions of nature. The reproductive cycle of the Burchell's zebra does not depend heavily on a fixed season, but is determined by favorable environmental conditions. Each pregnancy lasts about 360 to 390 days and ends with the birth of a calf weighing approximately 66 to 77 pounds. Amazingly, after just 20 minutes, the foal was able to stand up, and within only 1 hour, it could run after its mother. The young calves start grazing within just a few days after birth, but they continue to rely on their mother's milk until they are nearly 11 months old. This is a rapid and remarkable process of development that ensures the survival of the species in harsh environments. Communication within the Burchell's zebra community is expressed not only through sounds such as loud calls, high-pitched whinnies, snorts, and strong breaths, but also through subtle ear movements that convey emotions and warn of danger. Every gentle stroke and lick during the mutual grooming ritual among family members not only cleans their fur but also strengthens their bonds, building a resilient and powerful community. In the land of Ngata, where dried-up puddles leave faint white streaks on the cracked ground, the herd of zebras perseveres in their long and arduous journey. Herd after herd moved across the wavering grasslands, forming long black and white ribbons that stretched like endless rivers, quietly weaving the epic story of life. Under the sacred gaze of nature, they endure with unwavering spirit in the harsh wilderness of Africa. However, even amidst the most pristine and vibrant beauty of Chobe National Park, unprecedented challenges are gradually threatening the very existence of its ecosystem. Rapidly rising temperatures and a decrease in rainfall by as much as 15% in recent times have created harsh pressure on zebras as well as other creatures in the area. This is a wake-up call, alerting us to the fact that climate change is increasingly weakening Africa's precious wilderness areas. Timely intervention and protection are urgently needed to preserve this unique natural heritage for Over the past decade, the local wildlife ecosystem has been pushed into a severe state of crisis. Wetlands are gradually drying up, forcing wildlife to travel farther in search of water and food, while also increasing the risk of conflict with humans, especially in areas bordering farmland. Alongside that is an alarming increase in poaching. From October 2023 to July 2024 alone, 105 elephant carcasses have been discovered, many of which were missing their tusks, symbolizing the increasingly severe poaching crisis. The Linanti area has become a hotspot due to the intense activity of armed groups, making security efforts extremely challenging. The legalization of hunting in 2019, with a quota of 414 elephants for the 2024 hunting season, has earned the hunting of adult male elephants not only disrupts the natural social structure of the herd, but also causes young elephants to become aggressive and difficult to control, leading to an increasing number of conflicts between humans and elephants. However, in that gloomy picture, there are still faint glimmers of hope. Thanks to international collaboration, a state-of-the-art wildlife forensic center has been established in Botswana, led by Virginia Tech University and the Caracal organization. This center utilizes advanced DNA analysis technology to trace the origins of illegal wildlife products, thereby exposing criminal networks and strengthening investigative and prosecutorial capabilities. At the same time, well-trained rapid response teams are always ready to take action as soon as they receive a call for help from the reserves. But Chobe cannot fight alone. The salvation of this place and thousands of lives that depend on it requires not just financial support or scattered efforts, but an awakening in the soul of every person. This is a reminder that we are the true guardians of creation, not irresponsible rulers who destroy nature. If you've ever had the chance to go on a safari by car or drift down the river by boat, witnessing a herd of elephants silently swimming through the crystal clear waters or following the stealthy steps of a pride of lions, stalking their prey across the vast wetlands of Chobe National Park, don't hesitate to share your story in the comments below. It is these authentic experiences that will become a valuable source of inspiration, fueling motivation for nature conservation efforts, so that the wild world remains vibrant and intact for future generations. Please support Nature Moments' journey by liking, subscribing to the channel, and turning on notifications. Together, we will continue to explore the wonders of nature and spread our love for life, a place where every living being deserves to live freely and peacefully in its own home. With an age of more than 55 million years, the Namib is not only a witness to the shifting of continents, climate change, and the disappearance of ancient rivers. Even to this day, sand and wind still reign supreme, creating a harsh world that is nonetheless full of vibrant life. Now, imagine the Dead Valley, the Valley of Death, where the withered trees have stood for millions of years, without decaying or changing, preserving their original forms like silent witnesses to eternal time. Farther out toward the sea, the skeleton coast, the coastline of shipwrecks, is always shrouded in a thick fog, day and night. On these sandy shores, the ships have left behind tragic tales of the ocean's ferocity and the cold currents. But Namib is not just a story of harshness and suffering. It is also a place of heroic struggles for survival. Standing out among them is the king of the jungle, the lion who is facing the toughest challenge. A lonely male lion with piercing eyes and a thin body began his arduous journey of 31 miles. Beneath its feet, endless sand dunes stretched as far as the eye could see, enveloped in intense heat, and ahead lay a vast, seemingly infinite expanse of emptiness. For many days, without a single drop of water, behind each confident step was a growing sense of despair. Before it lay the choice between the chance to go on living or the looming threat of death. The goal is not only to find water, but also to conquer a new territory. And it could even mean stepping into a confrontation that may be a matter of life and death with another enemy. The struggle can erupt at any moment between thirst, hunger, and a fierce instinct. Have you ever wondered how this ultimate predator manages to survive in a land with almost no water or food? The answer lies in the extraordinary struggle of the entire Namib Desert ecosystem, where every creature, from the smallest to the largest, must constantly adapt and fight to survive against the relentless forces of nature. But it is precisely through those challenges that the miracle of life is most vividly portrayed. A moving dance of survival where willpower and instinct blend together to create unforgettable tales of heroism. Do you dare to join me in uncovering those mysteries? Namib. The name means a vast place and a desolate land in Konkan, the language of one of the oldest ethnic groups in southern Africa. This is not just a name, but also a vivid symbol of nature. The Namib Desert is the only primordial desert in southern Africa and worldwide. Only the Atacama Desert in South America can rival it in terms of age and aridity. Namibia, Angola, and South Africa, covering nearly 81,000 square miles, which is about the same size Austria. These figures help us envision a vast land where nature operates according to extreme laws. Temperatures in the Namib fluctuate dramatically throughout the day. During the daytime, the temperature can exceed 113 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt asphalt. But at night, the temperature can drop close to the freezing point. This sudden change creates a harsh survival challenge for any creature. However, the real wonder is the sea of fog from the Atlantic Ocean, the mysterious river that quietly brings moisture to sustain life in this barren land. Each year, the Skeleton Coast region receives between 50 and 200 millimeters of water from fog, twice the scant rainfall in the area. Skeleton Coast, the Bay of Bones, along the western shore of Namibia, is a vivid testament to this extraordinary existence. Although it may appear desolate on the surface, this land is still home to colonies of seals, seabirds, and even predatory sea lions. resilient survivors in a harsh environment. The plants growing in the Namib region probably would not have much chance of long-term survival without the help of the fog and the limited but precious moisture of this desert. A particularly remarkable plant species is Welwitschia mirabilis, regarded as a living time machine and a symbol of nature's resilience. This plant is found only in Namibia and can live for more than 2,000 years. It absorbs fog through its long, tangled leaves, rising above the sand as a witness to time and the earth. Not only renowned for its living creatures, the Namib is also known for its mysterious landscapes, captivating countless explorers and natural scientists. The world's tallest red sand dunes, such as Dun 7, can reach heights of up to 1,066 feet, posing a significant challenge for any. At the same time, for many species, these sand dunes serve as a refuge and a harsh battleground for the struggle between predator and prey, where cycles of life and death unfold continuously in the most remarkable natural balance. And there is another fascinating phenomenon in the Namib: the mysterious Hadley circles, strange round shapes that appear on the ground and have puzzled scientists trying to decipher their origin. This is evidence of the complex interplay between living organisms and harsh environments, where nature still holds secrets waiting to be discovered. It requires careful observation and meticulous research to fully understand the profound stories behind them. Can you imagine what could cause these circles to appear and persist under such harsh conditions? The answer might be even more surprising. The mysterious circles that have appeared in the desert have challenged the curiosity of scientists. Some theories suggest that they are formed due to unusual moisture distribution or the activity of desert termites, but the truth remains an Let's join me in exploring the story of an incredibly unique creature, the wild ruler of the scorching sands. The desert lion, scientifically known as Panthera leo. The desert lion, completely different from its relatives living on vast grasslands, is a vivid testament to the remarkable power of nature to adapt to harsh environments. They're not simply a variant. They belong to a special group of African lions that have developed many unique traits and behaviors to survive in the harsh Namib Desert, where water and food are extremely scarce. How can a creature as large and nutritionally demanding as a lion survive in such a harsh environment? To survive, these lions may travel dozens of miles each day, typically ranging from 12 to 31 miles, and sometimes even farther, in search of food or scarce temporary water sources. The most astonishing thing is their ability to endure long periods without water, sometimes lasting an entire week without drinking directly. They absorb moisture from their prey, such as oryx antelopes or mountain zebras, herbivores that survive by making use of fog and the sparse vegetation of it. This is the secret that helps them survive in a place where rain falls like a rare miracle. The appearance of the desert lion is also distinctly different. Its body is slender, and its long legs make it easy to move across fine sand and rugged terrain. unlike savanna lions, which usually hunt in large prides. Desert lions often operate in small groups, or even alone, carefully tracking and ambushing their prey for many hours or even several days. On the Skeleton Coast, one of the harshest places on Earth, they even hunt seals, something rarely seen in any other group of lions in the world. This patience and sophisticated hunting strategy place them at the top of the food chain, not only because of their strength, but also due to their intelligence and exceptional adaptability. The brilliant red sand dunes of the Namib Desert, with some reaching heights of up to 115 feet, not only create a magnificent landscape, but also pose a harsh survival challenge for any. Even when faced with the harsh heat during the day and the freezing cold at night, the ecosystem here still exists and adapts in remarkable ways. The vibrant red color of the sand is not only a natural beauty, but also reflects the extraordinary resilience of the creatures living in the desert, especially the desert lions, the silent warriors of the wild. Have you ever wondered, in such harsh conditions, what other survival strategies desert animals use? The wild world is always full of surprises, and the story of the Namib lion is a vivid testament to the power and wonder of life. The rusty color of iron accumulated over millions of years creates a vast, boundless space with no clear points of reference, where, at noon, the surface temperature of the sand can reach up to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. The scenery may appear motionless, but don't let that stillness fool you, because the ecosystem here is a constantly turning gear that never stops working. The wind continuously shapes the sand dunes, creating a dynamic landscape that is constantly changing. There are few places on Earth where the air is as oppressively still as it is here, where only the wind glides over the grains of sand atop the high sand dune. On top of that dun stood the figure of a creature, an oryx gemsbok, motionless like a living statue. Sunlight shines on its ash-grey body, highlighting the sharp black stripes that run from its face down to its neck. These stripes not only create a unique aesthetic, but also serve as perfect camouflage, allowing this species to blend seamlessly into the harsh contrasts of light and shadow in the desert. The oryx gemsbok, like a phantom drifting across the endless sea of sand, makes it incredibly difficult for any predator to spot it. However, this sandy grassland is not easily deceived. The king of the desert, the Namib sand dune lion, never gives up easily. He found a strategic spot, a place where herds of oryx often passed by. The lion lies still, only gently flicking its tail to chase away flies. The wind blows in the opposite direction, carrying sand and deceiving the prey's sense of smell. Are not only valuable prey, but also formidable opponents. They can stand as tall as 4 feet, weigh nearly 530 pounds, and possess long, sharp horns that can reach up to 3 feet in length. Those horns once caused many fierce predators to lose their lives. victory in the battle for survival is never easy for the lion, because the oryx possesses a perfect survival instinct shaped over millions of years. What the lion needs is a moment of carelessness, a single minute when the oryx lets its guard down or when its strength is worn out under the harsh, blazing sun. While oryx had yet to notice the silent gaze watching him, his exceptional survival instincts remained on high alert. Its large ears rotated constantly, listening for even the slightest sound. Gradually, it began to move down the slope of the dune where there were clumps of dry grass. The first target for a simple breakfast in the harsh Namib Desert. And here, in this land where life constantly battles the harshness of nature, every day for an oryx or a lion is an endless fight for survival. Have you ever wondered what keeps these creatures so resilient amid this ever-changing, thousand-year-old? The answer lies in subtle evolution and extraordinary adaptability, a valuable lesson in survival in the wild. The footprints of the gemsbok antelope are pressed deep into the soft sands of the Namib Desert. With just one wrong step, it could lose the precious energy it needs to survive. But the gemsbok is not in a hurry. Step by step, slowly and steadily, it left the slope, each resilient stride maintaining balance on the shifting surface of the sand dune. The sweltering heat grew more intense, and the sunlight seemed to scorch everything under its blazing rays. The surface temperature of the sand in the Namib can reach as high as 158 degrees Fahrenheit at noon, a significant survival challenge for any creature. However, gemsboks do not seek shade or shelter like many other species. Its body is a biological masterpiece, perfectly adapted to these harsh conditions. When the outside temperature rises, the gemsbok does not sweat. Instead, its body temperature increases to 113 degrees Fahrenheit, which helps minimize water loss through evaporation. Its light gray fur reflects most of the sunlight, preventing its body from overheating. And when night falls, the harsh cold allows it to release the heat it has accumulated and regenerate energy for a new day. That is the wisdom of nature that enables the gemsbok to thrive in the harsh desert. The path that the gemsbok takes is not random at all. These are the trails that have been passed down through many generations, leading to the rare patches of grass that grow in the desert. The strong jaws of the gemsbok cut through dry blades of grass, drawing out the last traces of moisture left by the morning dew. Although it wasn't a lavish meal, it was enough for it to continue its grueling journey. Even more remarkably, the gemsbok's body can digest even poisonous plants like Euphorbia demerana, a type of vegetation that can be deadly to most other living creatures. This is truly an extraordinary survival skill, a testament to the power of adaptation. At a short distance away, the lion lay motionless, its piercing eyes fixed. It knows very well that the gemsbok is not an animal that can be hunted easily. This antelope can reach speeds of up to 60 miles per hour, which is fast enough to escape a sudden attack. But survival in this harsh land relies on more than just speed. It is a blend of patience and subtle adaptation. The gemsbok's ears move constantly. Even without hearing a lion, its survival instincts keep it highly alert. The long, gleaming horns shimmer in the sunlight, as if daring any lurking enemy in the mountains. The gemsbok does not dash off hastily. It knows when to conserve its energy. If it finds suitable terrain, it can absolutely force the lion to give up and turn back. The gemsbok quietly leaves the dry grasslands, moving towards safer areas, where survival is not just a test of strength, but also a matter of finesse in every decision and the exceptional instincts of this wild species. Did you know that the ability to regulate body temperature and choose the right route is the key factor determining survival in harsh environments like the Namib Desert? This is clear evidence of the perfect fusion between superior biological structure and instinctive intelligence that has made the gemsbok an unrivaled master of the desert. Before us are mysterious circles on the ground, so-called fairy rings, where the grass grows lusher thanks to a unique buildup of moisture. This is where every step of the gemsbok, antelopes, gradually disappears behind the rolling sand dunes, leaving the lion silently waiting under the blazing sun. This peaceful moment is not simply about stillness. It is a testament to the unwavering resilience of the gemsbok, a creature that not only survives, but also stands as a vibrant symbol of the Namib Desert. Here, every living being must constantly struggle to carve a mark of resilient survival into their own story. The sun had risen high, casting scorching rays over the blazing red sand dunes, causing the temperature to climb steadily. The air was so dry it seemed ready to swallow up every living creature on this vast desert. Amid the seemingly unchanging stillness of nature, a herd of mountain zebras quietly moves across the barren land. Each day, they can travel distances of up to 18.5 miles in search of precious water and food sources. Leading the herd is a mature male zebra with a strong build and striking black and white stripes. Those stripes are not only an easily recognizable feature, but also a perfect design by nature. Under intense sunlight, they help reflect light, which keeps the body from absorbing too much heat. The interplay between light and shadow also helps the herd of zebras blend into their surroundings, making it difficult for stealthy predators to stalk. From the break of dawn, the herd of zebras never stopped moving, leaving deep hoofprints in the soft, fine sand. They understand clearly that ahead lies a canyon where the Atlantic Ocean mist condenses every morning, forming precious drops of water. Unlike many other species, zebras do not drink water every day, but when they find a water source, they drink a lot to store it in their bodies for the dry days ahead. As they approached the canyon, the herd of zebras gradually slowed down and stopped to listen to their surroundings. The lead animal raised its large ears high, swiveling them around to catch even the faintest sound, because even the slightest noise could be a sign of sudden danger. In a hidden corner of the canyon, a desert lion lay in wait among the low shrubs. The lions living here do not hunt constantly because they need to conserve energy, a resource as precious as gold in this harsh environment. However, if they are lucky enough to catch a feast with a herd of mountain zebras, the lions can ensure the survival of the entire pride for several consecutive days. But mountain zebras are not easy prey. They stand about 4 feet tall at the shoulder and can weigh up to nearly 800 pounds, with endurance and speed that make them true warriors of the arid desert. Have you ever wondered how the black and white stripes of a zebra can work such magic? Why do desert lions have to be so harsh in their hunting methods? The answer lies in the unique adaptations of each species to their environment, where survival is not for the weak, but for resilient warriors who know how to take advantage of every opportunity to endure. When faced with this scene, we not only witness an intense struggle for survival, but also gain a deeper understanding of the complex relationship between prey and predator in a challenging and unforgiving ecosystem. In the harsh and unforgiving wilderness of the Namib Desert, mountain zebras coo. Zebra emerge as resilient warriors, formidable opponents that even fierce predators like lions cannot underestimate. Compared to the gemsbok antelope, the mountain zebra is even larger, has superior strength, and, most notably, can reach a top speed of 40 miles per hour while expertly climbing steep rocky terrain. It is precisely these skills that have saved them many times from dangerous attacks by their enemies. However, the lion, a master of patience, is willing to stalk and wait for even the slightest slip-up, a single moment of carelessness, to instantly turn the tide between life and death. The herd of powerful zebras marched toward the water source, each steady step gripping tightly onto the rugged rocks as the canyon narrowed, making visibility increasingly limited. In the misty morning landscape, the adult horse came to a halt, lifting its head high with a watchful gaze, scanning every possible hiding place for enemy. Finally, the whole herd reached a land covered in lush green grass, a precious treasure in the midst of the barren desert. Beneath the morning mist, crystal-clear droplets linger on the leaves like tiny jewels. The zebras lower their heads to drink and nibble on the tender grass, a well-deserved reward after their long and tiring journey. However, even while resting, the herd's vigilance remains ever present in each of their senses. Any suspicious sound is picked up as quickly as lightning. Quietly observing from a distance, the lion gradually retreated, because the steep rocky slopes and treacherous sandy terrain were a major advantage for the mountain zebra. Because just a single wrong attack here could leave the predator seriously injured, a risk that lions cannot afford to take. Therefore, it decided to wait until the herd left this safe shelter to look for another opportunity. As the sun begins to set toward the horizon, the herd of mountain zebras resumes its relentless journey across the blazing Namib Desert. Their steady footsteps conquer the arid sand dunes and rocky outcrops, always ready to seek out new sources of water and food, essentials that sustain life in this harsh environment. The mountain zebra is not only a symbol of resilient survival, but also plays a crucial role in the ecosystem. Through their habits of grazing and uprooting shrubs, they prevent the overgrowth of certain plant species, allowing other grassland species to develop in balance. Moreover, when a member of a zebra herd experiences a harsh death, its body becomes an essential source of nutrition, not only for lions but also for many other predators and scavengers such as vultures. Every day, the herd of mountain zebras steadily moves toward the blazing red horizon, a symbol of the fierce vitality in this unforgiving land, where the struggle between life and death never ends. Like Jem's book Antelopes, mountain zebras have overcome countless dangers before nightfall, not only thanks to their speed and endurance, but also because of their wisdom, vigilance, and unwavering unity within the herd. Have you ever wondered how, in the wild where every moment counts for survival, animals like mountain zebras seem able to sense danger before it even appears? Is it instinct and life experience passed down through generations that serve as their compass in the challenging journey of survival? And are the herd's defensive strategies, from speed and terrain to vigilance, valuable lessons that people can apply in modern life? Let's explore and gain a deeper understanding of the unique survival style of these brave desert warriors. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below and join Nature Moment in spreading the wonder of this miraculous survival story to even more. We are not talking about the size or speed of the species, but rather about the remarkable endurance and adaptability of these creatures. This is the story of the mountain zebras, the resilient nomads of the Namib Desert, creatures that have triumphed over and conquered one of the harshest environments on Earth. Here, life has never been easy. From predator to prey, everyone must constantly struggle to survive. However, even amid such harshness, an order still exists, a cycle of life and death that every living creature must follow. Have you ever wondered why, in such a harsh world, there still exists a certain harmony? Just as in Christian philosophy, where every challenge is believed to have a purpose and to be an indispensable part of God's plan, life here is the same. Every challenge placed on a living being's shoulders is a gift containing hidden strength. Even though the lion, the king of the jungle, cannot fully understand these words, its survival instincts are living proof of that. It continues its journey, because that is the only way to survive, relying on the instincts bestowed by nature. In this harsh Namib Desert, the chances for lions to hunt are truly scary. Each hunt is a risky gamble, and failure means not only hunger, but also this is not a vast grassland where prey can be easily spotted. The Namib Desert offers no favors to either predator or prey. However, the desert lion possesses a special weapon: patience and remarkable adaptability. It started step by step, moving calmly and cautiously across the sand dunes that were obstacles for many other species, but had become its powerful ally. Can you imagine it? Every lion's paw print pressed into the soft sand, yet leaving no trace behind. With its impressive mane and remarkable agility, it quietly approaches its prey without expending much energy. The gemsbok, a large, strong, and striped species of antelope, has no idea that danger is lurking nearby. Its meat is a precious feast, but at the same time, it is a tough challenge for any predator. Now, the patient lioness lowers herself close to the sand, silently moving with each gentle step. The scent of gemsbok drifted on the evening breeze, awakening the deep hunting instincts within it. A whole day of patiently keeping watch has now led to the decisive moment. When the gemsbok lowers its head to nibble on each blade of grass, that is the very moment the lion has been waiting for. With a daring strike, it swoops down from the crest of the sand dun. A move honed through thousands of practice runs, turning the hunt into a goal of perseverance, speed, and exceptional adaptability. From this story, what do you think about the survival abilities of wild species in harsh conditions? What can we learn about patience, adaptability, and perseverance from the actions of this Namibian lion? Life is, by nature, an unrelenting battle, yet it always holds profound. The powerful body of the gemsbok shot forward like an arrow, piercing the silence of the landscape. The ground seemed to tremble with each step it took on the scorching sand. When it lifted its head, the gemsbok's eyes flashed with alertness, a glimmer signaling an urgent will to survive, and in an instant, it dashed away, all four legs flying as if soaring over the sun-scorched. This is not just a race, but a life-and-death battle between two forces, the predator and the prey in the harsh Namib Desert. At the same time, the two creatures faced each other in a life-or-death race. The long horns of the gemsbok stand tall, defying predators with every step forward. For the desert lion, any mistake can cost its life, because just one strike from those sharp horns is enough to cause serious injury. In this harsh environment, victory depends not only on strength but also on precision and perseverance, vital skills that have been honed over millions of years of evolution. The gemsbok takes advantage of every ridge of earth and every sandy groove as a tactic to widen the gap with its pursuer. However, fatigue began to creep into every muscle of both of them, like an endless battle between the master of the desert and the challenger. Finally, the lion gathered all its remaining strength and launched a decisive attack. Unwavering perseverance and survival instinct enabled the lion to claim victory. The gemsbok collapsed, its final breath slowly fading away with the quiet whisper of the wind across the desert. However, the death of the gemsbok is not a meaningless end. As the Lord teaches in the book of Ecclesiastes, to everything there is a season, a time to be born, and a time to die. For the lion, this is not just a meal, but a precious opportunity for life to continue, a moment to survive a few more days on this harsh land. The death of one creature sustains countless other living beings, a bitter yet indispensable lesson in the cycle of survival within the Namib ecosystem. When night falls, the lion lifts its head to gaze at the star-filled sky of the Namib Desert, a land that is both harsh and filled with priceless lessons from nature. Its journey of survival has never ended. Every day, here is a relentless battle, but with extraordinary patience and strength. The lion remains steadfast, truly deserving to be called the king. After a hearty meal, the lion leisurely walked along the familiar path. The Namib Desert becomes peaceful, with only the gentle sound of the wind blowing across the fire. But beneath the calm surface, life quietly unfolds with complex survival strategies and constant struggles among species. Have you ever wondered how these creatures adapt and thrive to dominate in such harsh conditions? That is the miraculous story of life in the wild. We are witnessing a silent battle for survival unfolding deep within the heart of the remote. Here, a tiny snake known as the Namib snake, or pearing otter, patiently waits, its small body almost completely blending in with the shimmering grains of sand. This is not only a master of patience and camouflage, but also a living testament to the subtlety of survival skills in the wilderness. Although it is one of the smallest snakes in Africa, its hunting abilities and survival skills are on par with any formidable adversary in this harsh land. Most of the time, the Namib snake tries to burrow beneath the fine sand, leaving only its sharp eyes and forked tongue exposed as it constantly probes the surrounding air. The ability to blend into such an environment is the secret to its survival, helping it conserve precious energy, which is truly like gold in this arid desert. Unlike fierce predators, this species of snake does not rush out to hunt its prey. Every movement is carefully calculated to maximize energy efficiency. Its sand-brown skin makes it blend seamlessly into the landscape, burrowing deep into the sand, leaving only two pairs of eyes like tiny lenses, always focused on observing every sign of life ahead. On that smooth surface, a Namib snake moved slowly, its large round eyes quietly scanning for danger. We easily forget that just a few yards away, beneath thin layers of sand, a dangerous predator is holding its breath, sitting silently and waiting for the perfect moment to strike its prey. This stirs up suspense and tension, like a natural drama unfolding between life and death. Standing out in the landscape is the puff adder snake, a creature with large spines running along its back and a distinctive pointed snout just behind its head, specially designed to withstand extreme temperatures. Its ability to change color is not only for camouflage, but also helps regulate body temperature, a highly effective adaptation in this harsh environment. This snake primarily hunts beetles and occasionally preys on various types of lizards, including the young of its own species. Meanwhile, the Namib snake does not rely on speed or haste to hunt its prey, but instead chooses attacks that are meticulously prepared down to the smallest detail. Each bite is unfailingly successful, with its precise venom serving as a deadly weapon that allows it to take control of the situation. This offers an important lesson about how every creature in nature seems to operate according to its own unique strategy for survival. What are your thoughts on that persistence and those tactics? Can this tiny snake continue to survive and thrive in the harsh desert during the scorching hot season ahead? The answer will be revealed as we continue to follow this thrilling survival adventure. The movement speed of the Namib Desert snake is so fast that it is almost impossible to detect with the naked eye. Although its venom does not pose a significant danger to humans, it is strong enough to take down small prey in just a few short seconds. This highlights the perfect combination of speed and strength in this snake's hunting. The survival instinct developed over thousands of years of adaptation to the harsh environment of the Namib Desert. After it is full, the Namib snake does not move in a straight line like many other snakes. Instead, it uses a special technique called sidewinding, a unique sideways movement method that only a few snake species possess. Its body curves in a slanted shape, touching the sand at only a very small point with each movement. The sidewinding technique not only helps conserve energy, but also reduces body temperature when moving across scorching sand surfaces, which can exceed 113 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a testament to the remarkable evolution that has enabled this creature to adapt and survive in harsh environments where few other species can cling to life. The Namib snake is not only a patient and swift predator, but also plays an important role in the ecosystem of the sand dunes. Pre-species such as Namib geckos and tenebrionid beetles are also targeted by larger predators like desert lions, black-backed jackals, and birds of prey. If you continue venturing into the southern sand dunes, you will discover countless mysterious stories about this land. By 2009, Viet remained a restricted area, concealing abandoned diamond mines, treacherous sand dunes, and surrounded by countless mysterious rumors that had yet to be unraveled. Today, that land has become Chobe National Park, spanning over 8,500 square miles, a fascinating destination for those who love adventure and exploration. However, the mysteries of this place are still gradually being unveiled, including ancient, ghostly mining villages that have been swept. Although its surface may appear to be an endless sea of sand, this park has been recognized as one of 36 global hotspots for unique biodiversity. From the threatened desert rain frogs to one of the few remaining wild horse populations in Africa, this is an ecological treasure trove that few people know. The red sand dunes of the Namib gradually give way as the wind carries the salty scent of the sea. Vast stretches of golden sand extend all the way to the Skeleton Coast, a completely different land where the desert and the Beyond the sand dunes, powerful waves crash against the rocks, while strong winds sweep through the thick mist, creating a mysterious and majestic scene. Imagine yourself standing on this thin boundary where the wild nature displays a power and fierce beauty that few can match. This is not just a story about animals or landscapes, but also an invitation for us to cherish and protect the precious ecological values that nature has bestowed upon us. Have you ever wondered, amid the endless expanse of the desert and the raging storms of the sea, what mysteries are still waiting for us to uncover? A symphony echoes across this wilderness, a place known as the graveyard of shipwrecks. Beneath the icy waters of the Benguela Current, shipwrecks seem to be engulfed in profound. However, beneath that harsh and almost deadly exterior, life still rises powerfully with an unstoppable vitality. Suddenly, a resounding noise shattered the silence along the fog-covered shoreline. It was the lively chorus of a group of brown fur seals. Hundreds of thousands of individuals stretch across the sandy beach and jet-black rocks, creating a vibrant scene in the midst of this untouched. This is one of the largest gathering areas of brown fur seals in the world, with colonies that can reach up to 200,000 individuals. Huge adult males, with bodies reaching up to 7.5 feet long and weighing over 770 pounds, stand tall and imposing, displaying their dominance in the area. Their thick, dark brown fur glistened under the faint light of the new day, creating a beauty that was both majestic and resilient. Not everyone dares to call this land home. Not every creature has the courage to conquer the Namib like the seals do. They can swim at speeds of 20 to 25 miles per hour and dive as deep as 660 feet in just 10 minutes to search for food. A remarkable survival skill that makes them master predators in these frigid waters. However, physical strength and swimming or diving ability are not everything when it comes to ensuring survival here. On the Skeleton Coast, seals have turned the thick fog into a remarkable survival advantage, using it to regulate their body temperature when coming ashore. The harsh temperature difference between day and night will be a challenge for every living creature here, where adapting and maintaining thermal balance is the very first lesson of survival. If they cannot adapt, they will quickly disappear, becoming nothing more than stories on paper about species that once lived but could not survive in this harsh environment. Not stopping there, in order to survive and thrive, the brown fur seals at Skeleton Coast have also developed unique survival strategies. At sea, they often swim in groups, working together seamlessly to fend off dangerous predators such as great white sharks or killer whales. The graceful leaps and the group synchronization create chaos, making it difficult for predators to catch their prey. On land, the crowding of the herd becomes a protective strength. Weak individuals that tend to stay on the edge of the herd are more likely to become targets of attacks, but they are shielded by those in the center. In particular, the small and agile females will take care of and protect the young from lurking dangers. The story here is not only about life, but also about the relentless fight against harsh challenges. A land where every ship braved the waves only to fail, ending its journey in the cold sand and stone. That is not a place of peace, but a true arena of life, where only resilience and unity can sustain the presence of creatures like the brown fur seal, a symbol of the fierce vitality of nature in this wild ocean. Have you ever imagined that? From the remnants of failed sea voyages, there could exist a vibrant world, a community of resilient creatures. In the future, as climate change and environmental pressures intensify, will ship graveyards like the Skeleton Coast continue to be the final refuge for wild species? Or will they become black holes of extinction? This is the big question awaiting us, those who study and protect nature. The breeding season has begun, turning the entire Skeleton Coast shoreline into a vast battlefield where males fiercely compete for territory. A precious space that allows them to attract between 5 and 25 females. In the heart of this colony, 2 adult males face off, each powerful chest shoved sending clouds of dust into the air, while sharp bites carve deep wounds into their thick, coarse fur. The thunderous roar echoed, overpowering the gentle sound of the waves, as if screaming to assert its absolute power. In the end, the larger male emerges victorious, proclaiming his dominance with a roar that echoes along the coastline. However, victory does not mean rest. The vague silhouette of another threat quietly approached through the mist. The gentle, cautious footsteps of a wild lion glide across the damp sand dunes, crossing the Namib dunes to come here, searching for the rare chance that might extend its life by a few more days. Cold golden eyes scanned every corner of the seal colony, quickly locking onto a target. A lone pup separated from its mother, struggling to find its way among the jagged rocks. However, this choice is not easy at all, because predators are well aware of that challenge. During the breeding season, the dense population of the flock turns each individual into an inseparable link in a vibrant and tightly knit defensive network. The lion crouched down, moving with light, precise steps, while the sea breeze skillfully concealed its scent. The tense moment dragged on slowly, as if it would last forever. Suddenly, the lion sprang out of its hiding place. The entire herd of seals woke up, highly alert. One of the most unusual and thrilling hunts in the world takes place on the shores of the Skeleton Coast. The lion quickly caught the calf, clamped down on it, and dragged it away from the predator. The fierce roars of the seals echoed in fury, but they were powerless. The desperate cry of the young creature echoed amid the chaos. Just before everything, for the lion, the most important thing right now is to protect its precious prey. Not every creature has the courage to face and compete with the dominant predator of the... However, hunger and thirst to the brink of survival can awaken the recklessness of hyenas or black-backed jackals. The lion quickly drags its prey to a safe place, ready for the fierce life-or-death battle ahead. This is not only a struggle for the survival of the individual, but also a vivid testament to the fragile and fierce balance within the Namib Lagoon ecosystem. Have you ever wondered, in those tense moments, which instinct will prevail? And how have these animals adapted over thousands of years to survive in such harsh environments? Those questions are the key to unlocking a deeper understanding of this mysterious wild world. Skeleton Coast, one of the most extreme regions on Earth, is never truly when the sea returns to its calm state, with only the gentle sound of waves lapping against the shore, it seems as if all life drifts into a peaceful sleep. But in reality, life here is not just about quiet moments. It is a vivid and intense series of memories of survival. A meal, for example, is not simply for survival, but also serves as a powerful declaration of the right to live amid this harsh environment. When a seal falls prey, its death not only feeds the sea lions, but also triggers a meaningful ecological chain reaction. Its carcass becomes a feast for other sea lions and even for hungry vultures. It is this very food chain that keeps the Skeleton Coast functioning as a perfect ecological machine, where every link, no matter how small, contributes to the balance of the entire ecosystem. When night falls, a thick layer of fog begins to blanket the entire coastline, creating a mysterious and dreamy veil. The image of the giant sea lions piled atop one another like living walls not only amazes us, but also conveys the powerful bond of protection between mother and child. They form an enduring fortress, keeping the young pups safe from lurking dangers. The fierce battles between sea lions and other aquatic creatures are not just a matter of a single day, but rather a vibrant and endless symphony of life and death, a drama of survival authored by nature itself. It is a place where life, even when constantly facing extinction, still finds a way to revive with remarkable strength, affirming that each passing day carries with it profound challenges and vital meaning. Skeleton Coast is not just an ordinary shoreline. It is the stage for a magnificent natural drama as the faint sunlight pierces through the thick fog, casting a hazy glow over golden sand dunes and jet-black rocks rising from the water, creating an unforgettable, majestic landscape. In a more distant corner of the shore, a female sea lion quietly observed everything. The noisy sounds of the flock did not distract it, because for this species those noises were not a threat. In fact, they were lively signs indicating the presence of abundant food sources. The opportunists gathering around the seal carcass are a clear sign that an easy meal awaits. When a predator is detected, the entire flock of birds immediately takes flight, leaving an uncanny stillness in the air. But that tranquility only lasts temporarily, because as soon as the sea lions retreat, the birds quickly return to continue their never-ending cycle of life. As the sun begins to set below the horizon, the Skeleton Coast is once again enveloped in a thick blanket of fog. Beneath that misty haze, the silent figure of the sea lion continued to wander, immersed in the mysterious world of wild nature. Every moment of the day here paints a unique ecological picture, where life and death, predation and survival blend into an endless symphony amid the vastness of nature. Have you ever wondered how this life cycle will continue to change as climate conditions and human activities have an increasingly profound impact on this? That is the greatest challenge that biologists and conservationists are working hard to study and protect every single day. Venturing deep into the harsh desert, leaving behind the cold of the coastline. The lion persistently continued its journey in search of a new chance at life. Life in the wild never stands still, and after a hearty feast on the skeleton coast, the lion plunges into the vast red sand dunes where entirely new challenges await. Only with strong legs and sharp instincts, like a gift from nature, or for those with faith, a blessing from the Creator. Can it persevere without faltering in the face of the harsh, unforgiving destiny? The journey lasted for several hours under the scorching heat, with the wind sweeping across layers of burning sand. Although daytime temperatures gradually decrease as dusk approaches, the air remains harsh enough to weaken the most fragile creatures. Amidst this harsh scene, every step the lion takes seems to echo the reassuring words from the book of Isaiah. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and this faith appears to grant us an invisible strength, helping it persevere and move forward. As the pale dawn softly broke, a strange and marvelous scene appeared. The mysterious circles on the red sand, known as fairy circles, shimmer brightly in the desert, like magical footprints left by nature itself. These circles appear to be drawn with centimeter-level precision, with diameters ranging from about 6.5 feet to nearly 40 feet. Their empty centers are surrounded by a band of lush, vibrant green grass, a marvel in this arid, rain-starved land. The secret of this tiny life lies in the mist from the Atlantic Ocean. Tiny droplets of water suspended in the air, condensing on the surface of the sand and seeping deep into the ground. This precious moisture, thanks to the unique structure of the fairy circles, nourishes the root systems and enables the vegetation to thrive resiliently. These circles are not only natural wonders, but also serve as vital shelters for many species in the desert. The lion is not the only creature attracted by this phenomenon. Suddenly, the image of a much more majestic creature appeared. A female desert elephant leading her herd, leaving deep footprints in the fine sand. Few people know that these elephants can survive in harsh environments like Namibia, relying entirely on their intelligence and exceptional survival instincts to find scarce water and food. How large creatures like desert elephants able to adapt and survive in such harsh conditions? Has the presence of fairy circles, with their concentrated sources of water and food, significantly contributed to the ecological balance in this region? And the lion, even as the king of the grasslands, what can it learn from the secrets hidden deep within the barren desert? The story of fairy circles is not only a natural wonder, but also a testament to the delicate connection between nature and life. A place where every step holds a profound lesson that each of us should cherish and explore. In the harsh Namib Desert, where life seems almost impossible, a miracle exists. The largest land mammals, the desert African elephants, still survive in a truly remarkable way. You might wonder how these giant creatures, which are used to living on vast grasslands, could adapt and survive in one of the driest regions on Earth. This is truly a story about the power of adaptation and extraordinary will to survive. Desert elephants are not only smaller than their savanna relatives, but they also possess remarkable traits that make them true masters of survival in harsh conditions. The adult elephants here stand only about 8 to 10 feet tall and weigh between 4,000 and 8,000 pounds, significantly smaller than savanna elephants, which often reach 10 to 13 feet in height and weigh between 6,000 and 13,000 pounds. But don't let their size fool you. It's their endurance and agility that are their real secret weapons. In particular, their long, sturdy, and muscular legs help them cross soft sand dunes where many other species would easily get stuck. The elephant's wide and massive feet distribute its body weight evenly, preventing it from sinking into the unstable sand. You can picture this scene as a heavy-duty truck with a special wheel system that allows it to drive through even the most challenging roads. And that's not all. One of the most remarkable survival tools is the long, flexible trunk, made up of more than 40,000 muscles. It is not only used for picking leaves or drinking water, but also serves as a powerful device for seeking out sources of life. That trunk can dig through thick layers of sand, searching for juicy roots or hidden moisture beneath the ground. Did you know that in a single day, an adult elephant can drink up to 50 gallons of water from those precious little water sources? Meanwhile, the strength of their trunk also allows them to uproot large tree roots for food, a skill not only characteristic of Namib elephants, but also observed in elephant species in Madagascar. Life in the Namib Desert does not allow for comfort. The elephants have to travel long distances of 30 to 70 kilometers each day, wandering in search of every precious drop of water and scattered patches of grass. While the daytime temperatures scorched and the nights turned frigid, their horses' hooves pounded relentlessly, driven by unwavering determination. But even more remarkable is that nature has turned desert elephants into ecological engineers. Their digging creates fairy circles, small holes in the sand that can hold water from fog or rare rainfall. These water holes are a lifeline for many other species, such as oryx antelopes, helping them survive in the vast desert. Have you ever imagined yourself as a desert explorer? Imagine you are standing in the middle of a vast sea of sand, your eyes meeting the calm yet vibrant gaze of the Namibian elephants. They not only exist, but also create an environment for many other organisms, turning what once seemed like barren land into a vibrant, thriving. The story of the desert elephant is a remarkable testament to the perseverance, determination, and strength of nature in its journey to conquer the impossible. Do you feel inspired by this story? Let's join Nature Moment to continue exploring and see what other wonders are waiting for us to discover in that mysterious natural world. But as soon as the herd of elephants moved away, another figure appeared clearly in the vast expanse of the desert. The African ostrich, the largest bird in the world and also one of the most iconic animals of the Namib. With an impressive height of up to 8 feet 10 inches and a weight that can reach 330 pounds, the ostrich is the second largest creature in the vicious circle ecosystem, surpassed only by the herd of elephants. Although they cannot fly, their long and extremely muscular legs make them remarkable endurance athletes. They can travel dozens of miles each day in search of food. The ostrich can reach speeds of up to 70 miles per hour, allowing it not only to run extremely fast, but also to cross vast, dry sand dunes in search of lush, nutrient-rich grasslands. In an ostrich flock, the largest male serves as the leader, his sharp eyes as keen as radar, always alert to even the slightest movement around him. Under the scorching desert sun, their steady footsteps left imprints on the burning sand, unwavering in the midst of a sandstorm, moving toward the patches of lush green grass that remained after the elephant's lavish feast. It is these patches of grass, a valuable source of nutrients, that quickly become an attractive target for ostriches, setting off a sophisticated chain of ecological connections within the seemingly harsh desert ecosystem. Have you ever wondered how these seemingly opposite relationships between predator and prey, between gigantic creatures and much smaller herbivores, blend together to create the astonishing biodiversity of the Namib Desert? And will those tense chases offer a chance of survival for the weak and young individual? Or will they mark a tragic end for them? The story of desert dwellers is not just about survival, but also a testament to unity, adaptability, and the constant transformation of nature. Under the blazing sun of the Namib Desert, the ostrich, with its strong and determined beak, plucks each precious sprout, while its sharp eyes constantly scan the sky and the ground all around. That alertness not only helps him stay vigilant against every lurking danger, but is also the key to survival in an environment so harsh that temperatures can exceed 113 degrees Fahrenheit. Did you know that ostriches have a remarkable natural cooling mechanism that comes from the air sacs inside their bodies? This system helps regulate body temperature, allowing it to survive for several days without water by extracting the necessary moisture from the abundant food sources found in the mysterious fairy circles scattered throughout the pristine wilderness. Another interesting thing is that the desert is not lacking in lurking dangers. With just one powerful kick from an ostrich's leg, a predator can suffer serious injuries or even pay with its life. But that is not always enough to stop the hunger and relentless fighting instinct of the predator. This time, it's not the mighty lions, but the cunning hyenas, always ready to confront anyone. A powerful call rang out, and the entire flock of ostriches simultaneously picked up speed, kicking up a golden cloud of dust in the fierce chase. The bold predators refused to give up, pushing the limits of their prey's endurance and speed. Although the chase has ended, life in the Namib never stops moving in the relentless cycle of an individual left behind amid the chaos, a symbol of nature's harsh struggle. The remaining animals in the herd, carrying with them the hope of survival and constant vigilance, continue their journey across the endless sand dunes in search of new sources of food. Although the hyenas had just enjoyed a hearty meal, it was still not enough for the whole pack. This made the struggle for survival even more intense as the silhouettes of lions began to appear in the distance, lurking and quietly preparing to enter a deadly competition. As dusk settled over the desert, the sky was painted a brilliant red. A chilly wind from the Atlantic Ocean slipped through the arid sand dunes, carrying with it the crisp coolness of the night. The flock of ostriches disappeared from sight, leaving behind a vast emptiness marked by deep footprints pressed into the fine sand. But the largest creature's not always the absolute ruler here. From a distance, a small, agile figure weaves its way through the rugged landscape. That is the black-backed jackal, a famously opportunistic predator in the Nile. Although he is not as strong or agile as the others, he possesses intelligence and the ability to seize every opportunity in a harsh life. A valuable lesson that even we humans should learn. To know how to make use of what we have and to live in harmony with nature. Have you ever thought about how, in this complex wild world, every species finds its own way to adapt, from the hunting strategies of hyenas and lions to the remarkable survival skills of ostriches or the intelligence of jackals? That really makes us reflect on the diversity and subtlety in the way nature operates. Every moment that passes in the Namib Desert is not only a battle for survival, but also a vibrant symphony of the relentless existence and creativity of wildlife. Black-backed jackals, also known as black-backed jackals, are highly social creatures with extremely strong and close-knit family structures. They typically form lifelong pairs. This inseparable bond exists not only in their affection for each other, but also in the way they hunt together, care for their young, and each territory, spanning from 2 to 4 kilometers, is marked by their distinctive scent and fiercely guarded with loud howls to drive away intruders. Interestingly, despite their small size, their unity and cooperation can overcome any challenge, harnessing the power of teamwork to create miracles. A distinctive feature of the black-backed jackal is its unique coat, with a silvery stripe running from its shoulders all the way down to its tail, giving it an appearance that is both beautiful and mysterious. This image has become an important symbol in the folklore of the Khoikhoi people in South Africa, where the black-backed jackal is often associated with the lion, the powerful king of the jungle. According to legend, this jackal is sometimes believed to be a trickster or even a betrayer of the lion, thanks to its sharp intelligence, making the story even more thrilling. There is a legend that says the black stripe on the back of this breed of dog comes from the time when they were willing to carry the sun on their backs, a powerful image symbolizing great courage and self-sacrifice. There are also many other folk tales that explain the appearance of black spots on their backs as burn marks, a punishment for their habit of eating carrion, serving as a unique warning in ancient culture. In ancient Ethiopian legends, there is a story about the tense relationship between jackals and humans, especially before the Great Flood. At that time, Noah initially refused to allow the jackals onto the rescue ship, believing they were not worthy of being saved. However, in the end, he had to obey God's command and bring this species aboard along with humans. These legends not only enrich our understanding of the origins and character of jackals, but also help us gain a deeper appreciation for the close connection between nature and human culture. In that context, the king of the desert lion, is on the brink of extinction, causing the heart of every nature lover to ache. There are only about 100 lions left surviving across the entire Namib Desert, a number that makes us deeply concerned about the survival of this species. The scarcity of food forces the lions to hunt weak antelopes or risk attacking herds of livestock. However, when they come into contact with people by attacking livestock, they become enemies, and many lions have been killed in the ongoing conflicts. This is not just a story about the loss of an animal species, but also a serious warning about the potential collapse of the entire Namib ecosystem. If lions disappear, the food chain will collapse, and this place could become a wasteland, turning from a natural masterpiece into a pile of ash. Nevertheless, despite the profound damage caused by climate change and human encroachment, the Namib is yet to yield. In the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, there are still rays of hope shining brightly. Persistent conservation efforts seem to be bringing the first light of dawn. This is not only a battle for science, but also a reminder of the shared responsibility of all humanity. As the Lord commanded in Genesis chapter 2, verse 15, "Take care of and protect the garden into which I have placed you. We cannot ignore our mission to safeguard this earth." Organizations like Desert Lion Conservation have adopted modern technology in the fight to protect lions. Each lion is fitted with a GPS device, allowing scientists to track their movements across vast stretches of land.